watch with history only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. Tourists. The observer. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. The observer.
What do you think she's keep? What do you think about her? What's your input?
Can't lie, bro. See me, I was asking my girl the other night, fucking, how old is this bitch? Cause bro, she looks bare young.
I swear she's like in her late 20s or early 30s. I mean, early 30s, I think. Early 30s.
I swear she's going out with that M's guy.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I think so. Nah, Marcus.
Oh, so she's going out with Marcus.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, brother. Marcus is allowing this girl here to do all of this on the internet. Bring guys back home like that.
Well, she even brings guys back home as well.
Bruv, she brings guys back to her kitchen, bro. I've got so much videos of this woman, yeah, in her kitchen with guys, yeah. And then what she starts doing is acting, same thing like the girl yesterday, acting vulnerable and phoning the police and doing bare little fruited things online with these guys. And this is a girl that will meet them at the bus stop. She'll meet them at a pub. She'll meet them anywhere that she can and bring them back to her household. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, that's fucked up, bro.
And she's doing it all on the internet, bruv. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, that's messed up. I can't even lie.
It's sad though, man. Imagine that you go to meet a girl thinking like it's gonna be cool. And get me? You go back to the yard. At these times, she locks you in your yard, takes your phone, hides it, and acts like to say, "Ross, she doesn't want you to go." But she starts following the police and acting like to say, you know what I mean?
Nah, that's what Misha was doing the other night, though.
This is what I'm saying, and this is the person that Misha's following, or whoever it is.
Word.
You know what I mean? She's following her. Everyone's saying yesterday that that she's going on the same road that this woman went down. And because this woman's getting mad money, she's trying to copy her. And this is what I was trying to say on my live the other day, that what people see, people will copy. And many people saying, no, that's not true. But this is self-explanatory.
Because I was on Misha's live literally like 2 nights ago, and like bare people were saying how they feel sorry for her and that. And then she said, and then Gemma joined her live. Fucking Gemma was feeling sorry for her as well. Then fucking, yeah, man, it was
I heard about that, and Gemma was saying like, right, she was kind of giving her good words to us, like, keep doing whatever, my language, and keep doing whatever and whatnot. I heard that Gemma was in there. It's crazy what's going on outside though, man. It's crazy. It just goes to show that anyone can just go on the internet, do anything, and then bam, just get gifted and all of these things. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that's welcome to TikTok, isn't it? You know, I ain't gonna lie. I've been privy to watching her before. But the most scariest thing about it is one day we potentially are going to watch her either be great or unalived. Because these randoms, she had a crackhead come to her house. She had that Somalian guy. This Rob guy seemed to have a bit of a shady past. So there's quite a few people that's been to her house that potentially thousands of us would have watched a really sorry end. And she's been very lucky. But her luck will run out because she's going to bring the wrong person back and she's going to give the wrong person the wrong impression and they're going to switch it up on her. And okay, we can call the police, but it may be too late. And the thing is, she speaks to her mum. I don't understand this. She's got family. So I don't understand how this is all happening and they're just like, well, we can't do nothing about it. Yeah, you can. Shut her account down and stop her. Because like I said, one day, we potentially are going to watch her being raped or unalived.
Then fucking, what do you call it? See Misha, yeah? Like some people, like my girl was trying to even find her Facebook account, like, bro, apparently she's got some like autistic 5-year-old like nephew and bare people were screenshotting the photo of it and putting as their profile picture and that.
And then she was on the internet crying, saying, "Oh, I've made a mistake. What have I done?"
And then bro, she was drunk, bro. She was actually drunk like 2 days ago.
And this is what I'm trying to say, my brother. You see how these kind of people move. They use alcohol and they abuse alcohol because, like I said, everyone's grown enough to know, like, all right, there's a level of when you stop. But how comes everyone's always pressing live and doing negativity with themselves on the internet?
Well, I don't even
Not
drink.
just
The only thing
alcohol,
I
is
do
it?
is smoke. That's
Not
the only
alcohol,
thing I
many
do.
things that people do.
And it's other stuff as well, especially that Marcus M's. You know, she's privy to some snow and things like that.
All of that
And I just
is it.
think, why don't TikTok stop it? That's the bit I don't understand. TikTok are quick enough to take down different accounts, but they never stop these accounts. They can see themselves what's happening. They can see the kind of people she's bringing back, but yet they never cut her live. They allow it to go on. And one day we are going to see something that nobody's going to be able to get over or forget.
And then it's going to be too late. And once it's too
100%.
late, that's it.
And then who do you blame then? Do you know what I mean? Everyone's going to scream at TikTok.
Of
But
course.
where's her parents? She must have some people, even if they're not friends that visit her, she must have people that she talks to on the phone. All these people that she brings to her house, she embarrasses them on the highest level that you ever can. Look at that poor guy, Sean, that was at her house. I don't know what happened. He had an accident in her bathroom, but she filmed this and embarrassed that man like you could never embarrass anyone before. That poor man, what she did to him that day was disgusting. That old guy Rob the other day was in her kitchen and all he said to the dog was, get out. She flipped a 180 on him, told him in his shorts and t-shirt, get out, opened the front door and shoved him out the door and shut it. Come in, cracking up laughing. Then 2 minutes later, she opened the door and let him back in. Like, are you mad? This is a big man. He can be your granddad. And you're there throwing him out. Like, nah. It's a madness. And I like I said, her views are crazy. Her views, she gets thousands upon thousands of views when it goes like this. And that's why she does it. Because the amount of money that they're making, all you need to do is go on TikTok and see how much these people are making. It's a crazy amount of money a day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's why they do it. She's never going to stop. She said, Marcus M said, she's going to go and speak to her alcohol counsellor. She's going to do this, do that. Up till now, where is that? She's had the help being given to her. She just don't want to take it. And you can lead a horse to water, but like everybody knows, you can't force it to drink.
101%. And that's
And
like
it's-
a lot of people. If they see that you're not helping yourself, it's like the help stops getting given. Because
Well, a lot of people gift because they know when they gift, the more money she gets, the more alcohol she buys, and the more of a wreck her life becomes. And her life is a car crash. We're just watching it play out in slow motion. And unfortunately, you've got the likes of that girl Misha now who's come up, seen it as an opportunity. Let me recreate this in my way and let me see what the views are like. And it's like, again, how far does this go? Where's her girl? Where's this girl's parents or guardians or whoever? And I'm like, it's quite interesting to watch as it goes.
And even the girl, the one yesterday that I had up, yeah, I even forgot her name. That's how much I'm not even bothered about them because it's so crazy what they're doing. But it's like what they're doing. It's like they're not even thinking about their safety and their family members. And I only took for that lady yesterday to go on and do whatever she done and people to go on the Facebook. What you need to realize, people, there's people out there that will go searching for family members and things like that. And there you have it. You have an ill brother out there, and then people are putting up your ill brother for you to then have to realize it shouldn't have to. It's too late now. People's already gone and done what they've gone and done, and it's too late now. Now you're sitting there crying, upset. People need to understand that social media is a serious thing. Once
What's done today is there forever.
that's it.
Never going. And it will
That's
just
it.
keep being thrown back at you time and time and time again.
Trust me, people, man. We need to start waking up and start making sense from nonsense. These are young ladies here. Think about it. If it was a guy doing this, think about how it would look. If I was, going out there, leading women back to my house, closing the door and doing silly things like this, what would people say to me? People will have so much to say. I wouldn't even be on road speaking this to you
Well,
guys.
you would get cancelled, I can't lie.
I'll be on remand right now.
Police would be
You
called to
would
your
get
house and everything.
cancelled.
You understand? You know what I mean? Immediately. So why is it that these people are allowed, the young ladies are allowed to go out there, find the young man,
They're not even attracting like handsome guys, but they're like, see what pissed me off about Misha. You see one time, yeah, fucking she had some fucking black guy over, yeah, and I felt in my soul like my man was a nice, genuine guy. You get it? My man says to her he's gonna book his cab home. He's saying he's just waiting for his phone to charge. Like, bro, why the fuck you there inviting a nigga back to you? Sorry for my language, inviting a guy back to your house for what, you to kick him out? That nah, man.
It's a nightmare. Even that lady yesterday, she lives 3 hours away from wherever, and she's got them at the house, and the guy's asking for the postcode to leave, and she doesn't want to let him go. Do you know what I mean?
Who's that?
This was I swear, is it Misha or whatever, the same one you was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was saying that she's copying her. No, she never said that from her mouth. People are saying that she's copying her. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's saying that this lady here in front of you is getting paid mad money, and this lady's been doing this for a little while. Do you know what I mean? So now this girl's obviously picking up her little traits and copying her, and this is what I've been saying to many people. Many people see people do things and copy.
They're influenced by social media.
They're influenced by the money. That's what it is.
People are.
It's not even about money. It's about they want TikTok. They want TikTok clout and that.
They want the notoriety and they want the payday.
100%. I reckon it's.
They don't want to do it for nothing. They're going to get the notoriety and they want the money. Marcus Ems is getting paid a ridiculous amount of money.
100%. And watch this, remember though, the more money that they get, the more it makes them want to go further and further. Yep. Does that make sense?
The more money that they get, the more money that they spend on alcohol. You get.
Yeah, of course, and other little things that makes them feel that way.
Yeah, because you see, I was on his live the other day, and my man looked like he was off YOLO or something.
Come on, man.
He like, bro, he was dancing to some shit music, yeah. The man, sorry, he was dancing to some bad music, like rubbish music. Then what do you call it? He just kept on having his heart on that, his hand on his heart and that. I thought man was literally gonna collapse.
Crazy, man. What is it, Virgil? Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So hi. Good evening. Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to interject and just say something quickly. So I'm a data analyst. I work as a freelancer and I work contracts. And about a year ago, I took a contract for TikTok. And I actually found that they allow this type of content depending on the region you're in, because they do it based on the algorithms. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So if your account is trending on the algorithm, then they're going to allow that type of content as long as they follow most of the guidelines, the main ones, if you know what I'm talking about. And then they actually all work under agencies and they get paid money. So you're going to see a lot of creators. There's a lot of them that they're just on TikTok live 24/7. They're making a lot of money. Don't get it twisted, man. So forget just the gifts, just the views alone. They're getting paid a lot of money based off all of that. Mm-hmm. So all this toxicity is promoted from the agents as well.
Yeah, but she hasn't got an agent, Marcus Ems.
That's what you think.
Well, that's what she always says it. She said she don't trust them. She hasn't got an agent.
That's what you think. That's what
she's probably trying to. She's trying to.
Bro, she's trying to throw everyone away from.
That's what you think.
Like throw everyone's fault away from that. She hasn't got it.
They all work under a TikTok region manager, and that's how it works. And I know this from working in the data side of it. I was working on the databases, managing the backup servers, everything, the whole lot of it. So I've seen this all like with my own eyes.
So why do you think they allow it? Obviously, because it's money. We know it's money. It's a business, and they need it to maintain or whatever. But when you're saying that, it's depending on what kind of scenery you're around. Are you saying it because are you saying this because this is how she started her page and this is the person that she is? Why you're saying that they would still allow it? Because if I was to do that, my page would get banned.
So what I mean by that is like in this specific region, the UK as well, right now, degeneracy, hatred. It's what's thriving a lot on this platform. Like if you see that Cheyenne girl and that black girl, that really big black girl, they do a lot of spicy content. Yeah. All that degeneracy is thriving. They love it. And because the young kids, they get involved on it as well. That's the main customers, if I'm being honest with you as well. The main users is really young children. So the more money they get, the more views.
So would you say working in the part that you've worked in, would you say it's more to corrupt the younger children's minds, to corrupt the younger generation then, are you saying? What would you say?
That's the benefits. That's just what comes with the money. And they know that, so they know how to manipulate that too. But that just comes with the money. It's not the main goal.
So how much do you think that they're getting paid per month and that?
I can't say. I've seen some creators get paid from as little as 2,000 to 20,000.
Go on TikLeap. Just go on TikLeap. TIKLEAP. And you will see the kind of money that creators are making a day. And that's after TikTok have taken their cut. I literally was like, I am missing out here somewhere. There's got to be a leash.
Innit? Trust me.
Listen, I don't even know who this guy was. 13 grand he made in a day.
Well,
In a day.
what's the thing
People
called?
don't even make that in a month.
What's it called?
TikLeap. So it's TIKLEAP. TikLeap. And then what you do when you go into that, you can just tap creators' names at the top.
Okay.
And if they've got several accounts, just click each account and then it will tell you how much they've made for the day.
Wow.
With like, I don't know, Evil Queen, she can make anything from £400 to £1,000 for coming on for 2 hours a day, 8 to 10.
But how come what's going on with mine? What's
That's
going on
exactly why I said some people are on TikTok live for all hours of the day. You see that girl, that Javeli's sister?
Yeah, Princess.
You see that other girl? You see all of them, that little group, that little entourage?
Mm-hmm.
They are making serious money from just sitting on live talking shit. There's that other guy. He's got a Rolex and he wears that animated face and he's always just chatting shit.
Itachi.
I don't know their names,
Okay, you don't know the names,
but he's supposed to be some sort of gangster according to him. He's not a gangster. But he just sits on TikTok live all day. He just makes money off that. That's where his money comes from. There's another guy called Trap City Bands or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Claims to be a drug dealer. He doesn't sell shit.
So are you saying this is what he's doing all on the internet? And that?
People are all internet.
This is crazy.
It's all personas on the internet.
So what do you think that they're doing to make all of this money then? Because how are they doing it? What are they getting on? Because what are they doing that I'm not doing to be making all this money?
They've got big followings. They've got big
Degeneracy.
listeners.
I told you they're promoting degeneracy. You see that girl that's got the room where she safe space?
Yeah.
She's just evil. It just brings them all in to talk about their lives, and that's how she makes her. Yes. And that's how she makes her money, from the views.
So would you say your opinion to that she's evil? Why would you say it's evil, if you don't mind me asking?
Because what good is she doing? Her platform is widely talking about people's trauma and exposing people. All in the name of, I'm trying to help them. If you're trying to help someone, you help them in private. You don't do it in the public.
True that.
Okay. I hear you still. I hear you. Definitely hear you. Crazy what's going on out here, man. There's a lot going on that people, there's a lot going on, man. It's a nightmare. You know what I mean? It's like when one thing you try to do with one thing, it's like another 2-3 thing rises. Like they did. Even yesterday, I had the face up of the lady, and it's like, people are coming up and they're saying what they're saying about her. And then this lady came up, and then when I'm looking at this lady and I'm seeing what she's doing,
Sorry to interrupt you. They're saying that racist people, that they bring it there. Yeah, they bring it to her because they know she has the platform, and they
exactly. So how's she evil?
They want to get that clout.
So how is she evil if they bring it to her?
Because she allows it.
What do you mean? The same way you're on the platform right now, if you want to talk about your business, are you going to say Daily Antics is evil?
I'm not talking about my business, and I don't think Daily Antics would allow me to be discussing traumatic things that have happened to me in the past 24 hours.
What has happened in the past?
Well, he's not doing that right now.
For you to say someone's evil, you must know them personally, right?
No. Would you say P. Diddy's evil? Or would you
I don't care about P. Diddy. I'm not a weirdo that sits down and call people evil that I don't know. That's my real life friend, and she's not evil. I'm telling you that. Does she sit
on your face, or do you sit on her face? Which one is it?
I sit on her face, and she sits on my face, and we're going to piss in yours.
Who's she talking about? Who are you talking about?
About Reese.
This is just on a 180.
Who's that?
Whoa.
He just said about safe space and how Reese is evil. Don't speak on people you don't know. If she's got a platform and people are bringing their information on the platform, that's their business.
Are you done?
How can you say someone's evil if you don't know them?
Are you done?
Are you dumb?
I said done. D-O-N-E.
Oh, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. I come up here to done your brat, Clout.
Okay.
Don't speak about people that you don't know.
When you're done, let me know.
I'm done now. Come and speak.
Okay. Anyway, so does anyone else have any other questions for me?
You sound like a batty boy. Yeah?
Well, watch this. All right, then watch this though. Perfect. Watch this, yeah. Now, Vigo, obviously, yeah. Obviously, she's gonna feel upset because she said it's her real life friend. And
Real
obviously,
life.
your real life friend. And obviously now, everyone's gonna have their opinion now. Obviously, your opinion is your opinion, and obviously she's upset about that because obviously you've rattled her cage.
And that is true though, because imagine now.
Watch this. Watch this. 1 minute. Stay woke. 1 minute. Watch this. So obviously she's come up and she's saying, "All right, then cool. Hear this. Why are you saying that she's evil?" Well, you're saying, "All right, then she allows people to come on her panel and speak about her life." But then what if she's helping people in the real life change their life? She needs to hear that what's going on with their life for her to be able to help them change. And if it's a platform where she hasn't met them yet and she's trying to welcome people in to hear what's going on and help them change, how would it be? How would you say she's evil for that? And that's just a question that I must ask him, if you don't mind.
Maybe the word evil was too extreme, but like I said, if you want to help someone, you help them in private. You don't help them in public. You don't widespread their trauma.
They're spreading their own trauma.
Yo, listen. Just want to say one thing. Perfect. Fair play to you. Right? Absolutely fair play to you. Everyone on this TikTok, yeah, is listen, bruv, you just sound pure jealous of it, mate. That's how you're
I said jealous, bro.
Listen, you're making yourself sound stupid. Right?
Oh.
Hating on
All right,
people
one
because
minute,
they're
one
earning
minute.
pay.
Nick,
Listen,
hating.
I've been listening to you for 2 minutes.
One minute.
You've got zero personality.
One minute, stay woke. 1 minute. I've muted both of you. 1 minute. Now, Nick, with respect, no problem you've come up. Obviously cool. But if you've come up, first of all, you're going to have to address who you're talking to because you've come up and you said you just sound pure jealous. So if you don't mind me asking, who are you saying that to? Is it Vigo? Is it Stay Woke? Because Stay Woke's replied. You could be saying that to. So who are you saying that sounds jealous? Is it both of them, if you don't mind me asking? Stay Woke, allow Nick to speak, please, because he's just come up and then could you reply after? Go ahead, Nick, if you don't mind. Could you unmute yourself, please?
Bro, I wasn't saying none.
No, that's cool. Hey, Nick, could you unmute yourself, please, if you don't mind?
Muted, sorry, mate.
That's all right, but that's all right.
Listen,
Yeah,
I don't want to comment on it and disrespect anybody, but Perfect was bang on. This guy she's talking to, he just sounds like a pure hater and jealous. At the end of the day, right, you're coming across like an idiot, mate. And it don't matter what people's earning on there, right? They're all out to get the same thing. It's all about manipulation, bruv, right? Just because they're earning big money, you're just coming across like you're just pure jealous, mate. Is that not right, Perfect?
Hang on. He's jealous.
You agree with that?
Yeah, he's jealous. That's what it sounds like.
Listen, accidentally, right? And it's like, you know what I mean? A fact that, and it's 100%, right? It don't matter. You're on there doing the same thing, wanting to get money. It's begging on another level, right? Fact.
Anyway, go check the salary of a data analyst that works contracts and tell me if I'm jealous of anyone on TikTok.
But listen, it don't matter who's earning what, right? At the end of the day, right, it doesn't matter, mate. These people that are just trolling, it's like, because, you know what I mean? Someone's doing well on there, it's like, so what? Fair play to them. Fair play.
Nick, let me ask you a question, bro.
You can have your opinions, but don't be calling people evil and all of these things because...
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go on, brother. Go on, mate. Listen, go on, mate. Go on,
Hi, everyone.
How would you feel, yeah? Do you have any kids? Do you have a son?
Yeah, I got a daughter and a son.
Saying, how would you feel, yeah, if your son was like 24, 25, yeah, and he's
21.
He's gone on a date, and a girl's taken back to her house, and the girl's on TikTok live telling him to leave her house and that, and how would you feel?
Nah, I don't really get what you're saying. So my son, tell me again.
So what he's like, right, hang on 1 minute. So what he's basically trying to say, Nick, is say for instance, you've got a son that's 21 right now.
Right.
Nick's the type of person
he went
that says
partying.
immigrants come to the country and
One minute, Virgo, please, with respect. So what he's trying to basically say, cut a long story short, is what if your guy went, your son went out raving, party and met a young lady, she took him back to her house, she's locked him in the house by taking his wallet, saying that he doesn't want to leave. He phones you saying, right, Dad, I want to come home, I'm trying to phone my cab, but I can't leave because the lady's taking my wallet. How would you feel about that?
Well, I'm gonna kill the girl.
I would.
On a live, please.
Oh, sorry, I'm not live.
So, I want, so what he's saying, obviously, one minute, Samira, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
So, Nick, how would you feel about that, Nick?
I wouldn't feel good about that. I would not appreciate that, though. Fair comment, but I only just joined. I don't know what you're getting at about that, though. I hear you, what you're saying, but what's the point? I was obviously not good.
Do you even know what you're
like I said, Nick,
One minute, Virgo, one minute.
One at a time, innit?
Virgo,
Just joined.
hello. Everyone at a time with respect.
Go on, brother.
We're gonna do this respectfully. 1 minute.
I'm gonna mute myself.
No, that's okay. Samira, if it's all right, if I'm saying
Go
it
on,
right.
mate. Go on, mate. I'm listening. I just joined it, so I didn't just.
Okay, so what I'm going to say, Nick, is obviously, if you don't mind, just bear with us, listen in, so then you can respond in a minute. 1 minute, Virgo, 1 minute, stay woke. We're just going to hear from Samira because she wants to speak. She's just come up. Welcome in, Samira. Go ahead.
No, it's not Samira, Samia.
Samia. Welcome, Samia. My apologies.
Yeah, no. I'm not let him land.
Okay. So let who land? You let Nick land, you saying? Or let stay woke
Yeah,
land?
he's talking about. It's just I'm confused now.
Okay, all right. Just bear with me, Just bear with me. You guys.
I'm gonna keep quiet.
Nick, just 1 minute. Stay woke.
All right, brother.
Why do you say that? No, that's all right. No, I'm not saying it in no way, my brother. Sorry, I do.
I know you're not.
All right. Cool, my brother. 1 minute. So stay woke. Why did you ask Nick that question about his son, if you don't mind me asking? Because you asked him for a reason.
Because, bro, he's trying to come on a live, try to see people's evil and that. Like, I get that. Like
that's
you
not what I said.
You don't know perfect, and she don't know you. So I don't know why you're trying to come on here and try to say that people's evil when you don't even know the whole story, because you're just saying you just drained right now.
Nick, you need to unmute so you can reply, boss, because you're muted up, Nick.
This is how it was. I came on about 2 minutes ago, and I heard this guy, the one that Perfect was talking to, and Perfect was saying to him about, listen, you can't say that about people, right? And the guy was coming across as like about what people are earning, rah, and he was coming across like a hater, and it's like he was just being horrible about everybody, right? And so I heard that, right? That's what I come on into. So I'm just saying, like, what's his problem, innit? He's coming across like a, you know what I mean? It's like, you know
what's his then?
People are on here. What?
No, go on, carry on. I'm going to let you finish.
People are on here for all the same reasons, yeah? It's like, you know what I mean? Don't matter what people's earning, who's getting what. So what? It's big money, right? But, you know what I mean? That's a fact. But everyone's hating. And he just sounded like proper jealous of that. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. And I mean, he's calling everyone.
Talking a lot, but
I was going to say, let him reply. I was going to say, so let him respond, because Virgo was going to respond. So go ahead, Virgo, if you don't mind me saying.
Yes.
First of all, man's just trolling.
No, I'm not trolling. How am I trolling?
Oh my
you
God.
You come across horrible, man. How am I trolling, brother?
Sound like you're trolling.
Well, I'm trolling, am I?
Where are you from? What's that?
Yeah, go on,
I'm
brother.
trolling.
You
Yeah?
something.
Nick, calm down. I'm trolling, innit? Calm down.
Oh, you're trolling.
Yeah, calm down.
Okay.
You're talking a lot, but
Yeah, sorry,
nothing's
brother.
making sense.
Sorry,
innit?
mate.
Isn't it Western something Supermare? That's where you sound like you're from.
I'm from Bristol.
Yeah, near there.
Yeah. No,
Anyway, all right then, people, watch this. Let's get back to the topic of what's really going on, because like I'm saying, we have a young lady. Will.i.am, big up yourself, I see you there. But like I said, we've got a young lady that's obviously out there, going out there and, inviting man back to her house. And once she takes her back to
quickly before I
Hey,
drop
what?
it, there's more time. I'm not even on this TikTok thing.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I didn't say for fun.
Go ahead.
Anyway, some of the guys that go there, they watch her lies in advance. They already know what's going on. All act like they're all innocent and don't know what's going on. They know what she's about.
Someone bring me in. I don't even know what's going on.
All right, watch this. Let me just give a little pre-run crap, obviously, because a lot of people don't know. All right, what's going on now is yesterday I up-lived the lady's face, and obviously her name was...
Is this the girl on the thing right now?
No, her face is Margaret. What's her name? She goes
Who's
on
this
Margaret.
girl on her face right
All right,
now?
give me a minute. Let me land.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. What I was going to say, yeah? Sorry, what I was going to say was that this young lady's face that's on the screen right now, her name, she goes with Marcus, whatever. Now, she's a lady that goes out there and she invites people back to her house. And when they're back at her house, she knows. She presses record and she starts putting them on live and she starts doing either, you name it. She'll start violating them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've seen her.
Basically that girl. The girl that...
Like the other girl.
Let's call it 1,000 men.
And
Right.
she has enough views, innit? She has
Other girl-
loads of views.
Right,
This
yes. Yeah, so
girl's
the other girl
been
that does
like
this.
prolific for years and years. And this girl,
What, she does it on the side?
Facebook.
Like, she does it without
All right,
the guy
1 minute. Let's listen.
knowing?
All right, 1 minute. Let's
Yeah,
listen
let
to
Miss
one
Blondie
another.
talk.
Let's listen to one
I'm just
another,
gonna
and then so we can get a big picture. Because what I've started to realize is a lot of people don't mind it though, has joined the live and jumped in the boxes without listening. So all right, let's let Miss Blondie speak.
I mean, I can probably give a
I'm just
good
gonna go now.
overcap
I'm just
of
gonna
this
quickly
girl.
go now.
Right, so that's what we're gonna do. So that's what we're
Order,
gonna do,
order,
people.
order.
Are we talking about M's?
Yeah.
Does she
1 minute,
video people without them knowing?
people.
Oh,
Can
this
we
girl
let the
is.
host talk? Let the host talk.
I was just about to just say what's going on here because it's like no one's not showing respect, and if that's the case, you might as well come out and drop.
Everyone,
Like what are we doing here? Don't
Yeah,
do
just
that. Not
listen
on my.
to you, man.
Hello. What are we
I'm
doing
gonna
here?
drop now.
Come on, let's have respect. Come on, we're all grown.
I just
Okay?
want to say perfect. Such a
I'm showing the respect by letting you allow up. So don't ever think that you're gonna speak over me. Come on, let's do this respectfully. Come on, with respect.
real, man.
But anyway, so obviously people are in the box and they don't know what's going on. So what I'm saying is I'll be quiet if people are annoyed with my voice, and we're gonna let Miss Blondie explain what's going on with respect. So welcome, Miss Blondie. Big yourself up. Could you let everybody know what this lady's about? Thank you.
Yeah, so this, she's called Ems. That's not a real name, but she goes by Ems. Her real name's Sarah. She's been on social media for as long as I can remember. She first started on Facebook. She lives in a block of flats. She lives with her dog. And she was with, now her name's Marcus Ems on TikTok because she brought a homeless man in. Like she brought him in and just used to drink with him constantly. He was a poodie man as well, and he literally drank himself to death with her. She was very abusive to him on live constantly. It was basically just Marcus she used to have in her kitchen at first, and people couldn't understand the relationship. He was a lot older than her, and she always used to say they weren't partners, but he used to sleep in her bed. But she's always stood on that they weren't together like that. And Marcus passed away. She also went live during Marcus's funeral and his wake and stuff like so that people that she didn't know would come to the funeral and come to this wake and stuff like so that. She's a massive clout chaser. She loves the attention, no matter what it is. And then after Marcus passed away, she's been getting these people from, a lot of them are from TikTok. One in particular, very vulnerable man. He actually wet himself one night in her kitchen on the live. She also brought a lad called John Shields round. What she does is she brings these lads round, gay or straight. She tries on with gay men as well, and because they won't sleep with her, she tries to out them on live. If they don't sing to her tune, she will absolutely embarrass them. She's brought back so many people. She puts herself in such dangerous situations. And if she can't bring a man back, what she'll do is she'll pretend to pass out on live. So people are ringing. She baits herself out. People will ring the police where the police are kicking her door down. She's pretending that she's unconscious and the ambulance people are like, come on, Emma, come on. We know you're just drunk and da-da-da. She is horrific. Absolutely horrific. She gets thousands and thousands of views every day as well. I'm sure she brought her own t-shirts out at one point. She brought her own merch out off the back of all of this madness. But yeah, but that's in a nutshell as well of what this girl is about. She's tapped, dangerous, not okay. But yet TikTok have given her a platform for years, along with other social medias. But yeah, that's Sarah. That's her real name in a nutshell.
Thank you very much, man. Big yourself up, Blondie. So this is what I'm saying about, this is the lady that many people see in front of them now. So I do pray and hope that many of you lot's got a real insight of what's going on. Stay woke if you want to say anything, go ahead.
Nah, bro, I'm good.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. This is what guys we need to worry about because, many guys, have you seen how much guys this lady brings back to her house? Like, and she goes live with a lot of them. And some of them are vulnerable.
Can I ask Blondie a question?
Yeah.
You see 2 days ago how she was with Marcus, like I don't even, like why is her name called Marcus Ems and who was she on live with? Because she was on live with some white guy the other day and my man looked like he was on drugs.
Yeah, so she brings that Marcus has actually passed away, like he's not here anymore. Marcus Ems was the account because it was just them two in the kitchen all the time drinking.
But now she's changed the profile picture to her and that white guy.
Yeah, I'm not. Do you know what it is? If I'm honest, I can't keep up with the string of men that she brings into it. There was a big, tall, bald lad. I think he had some learning difficulties. She totally exploited him. She brought in. There was this guy that she brought back, and he looked like somebody off Moana sort of thing. It was. I don't know, and he was homeless and he was drunk and he was feeling her up on the camera and everything like so that. It was.
She just picks on the vulnerable then, doesn't she?
Yeah, just vulnerable people. That you just, and it's just not normal. She brought a taxi driver. She got a taxi back. Brought the taxi driver in with her one night. I remember that. That was crazy. But she does it for the views. Like if she hasn't got many views. If she's only got a few hundred views, she'll do something mad. She'll just do something crazy, and it's not normal. And she drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks. She's got a major alcohol problem.
But you can see it in her though, man. She looks. There's something about her, like just the vibe she gives off, the look, man. I feel just like she's just sat there.
Oh, she's very nasty.
Yeah, but you can like almost feel it through the screen. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like she's just giving off this. Can't you feel that? Like, I can through the screen. Like,
it's a possession, demonic possession.
Yeah,
but, like it's definitely vulnerable, man. Because I mean, someone like myself, like she couldn't do that to like most guys, isn't it? It's just like a certain percentage of like vulnerable guys, you know what I mean?
I mean, she has picked people up from TikTok as well, and the people who have sat and watched her, I think, are mad to even go and see her anyway. But she's very manipulating, so we don't know what she's saying to these people off screen. She does a lot for the clout, she does a lot for the views anyway, so she might be saying to these men, not the ones off TikTok, not the ones that she just randomly brings back, they don't actually have a clue what's going on. But these ones that she's brought from TikTok, I think she's just manipulated. Because it always ends sour. She's not been able to withhold any kind of relationship, whether it be an intimate relationship or friendship. It's never been seen with her.
Can I ask a question? If she's got thousands of views, do these men not know what she's about?
Well, not these homeless ones, not the ones that she's just picking up off the street, or the Uber driver that she's bringing in. Well, they don't know, but the people who are watching her do.
That's actually so touchy.
Yeah, surely you've only got to be in her company for 2 minutes to suss her out. Surely if you've got half a brain.
She's a lot like that. It was what was she called, Misha or something? Mika, who we had on, I think it was yesterday or the day before. It's pretty much, she's a bit like that.
I thought it was the same person.
No, it's not. No, she is totally different. But she started on Facebook. She's been doing. She really hit it when she was on top of a kitchen cupboard. She fell off and she broke her finger on live, and her finger was facing the other way. And I think that's when, like, she got loads of clout and started getting loads of views. And she recognised the crazier she was.
Yeah.
I don't know why she has to bring other people into it. If she wants to sit and be crazy and do crazy things and go on her kitchen cupboards and break her own finger, then do that in your own company. Don't bring other people into your craziness, but she does, and she can't help it. I've seen it embarrass so many people. There's a young lad, Scottish lad, homeless, John Shields he's called. She really, really tried to do him over. She's nice to them up until the point she gets them in her kitchen and in front of that camera, and then she just turns.
Yeah, she literally needs help.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people, for some reason, enjoy watching.
2 days ago that she had some guy sleeping in her bed and that.
Yeah, she does, and then she claims things that, she claims that she attempted rape and stuff like so that, and it's just ridiculous. But you can't, these people who are meeting her off of TikTok, who don't know what she's about, they are very vulnerable. But the people who are going to meet her from TikTok because they want some clout off her, I think they're asking for it.
Yeah, she literally needs help. Like, she needs to see
She's been offered it though. Do you know what? She's had some very genuine people try and help this girl. Some people are very worried about her. Some people have been in the comments saying, literally, I live 5 minutes away, let me come and help you, da-da-da-da-da. She's had umpteen amounts of offers for help, and she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it. She's consciously doing it.
If she knows what she's doing then.
Oh, she's done it for years, and when I say years, I will probably 10 plus years she's been on some kind of social media, not TikTok, it was Facebook. I used to watch her on 10 years ago. She was on Facebook doing exactly the same thing in the exact same kitchen, being in mental.
Is Misha, I swear, is she a man or a female?
She's female.
1 minute, people. 1 minute, because this is her speaking with Toran, I think.
Making new friends.
He wasn't live with Torian.
What's Zaire doing right now? Zaire, you all right, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, what are you up to? Meet Ems.
I'm living here.
Oh, you live there in the same building?
No, just nearly here.
Oh, okay. How did you meet Ems?
I just met a few hours before.
Oh, okay. So what are you lot doing?
Just gathering.
Chilling. What do you do for a living? You work for Uber?
Not Uber. Doing Amazon. Just.
Oh, Amazon?
Yeah, I'm working Amazon.
But you work for Amazon? Yeah, but you don't have a Tesco order. You gotta be careful, mate, because Amazon, they don't play. Come. Are you okay? Unmute. I'll help you. I'm gonna help you. Unmute.
So she's telling the guy to unmute the phone.
You wanna get out?
Watch.
Do you wanna get out?
Who's that?
Oh, this is serious.
This is Toran telling the guy, does he want to get out the house?
Don't worry, I'll help you. Get your stuff.
She's not live right now.
Do you wanna get out or do you wanna stay?
No. Listen.
No, just going out now.
Wait, do you
Torian does it as well.
wanna leave?
Listen, just wait. Listen.
You wanna leave?
Yeah.
You wanna leave or you wanna stay there?
Yes, just stay there now.
Oh, you want to? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Anything issue?
Okay, don't drink nothing and don't eat nothing, okay? Okay?
What's wrong?
Don't eat because it's not good. Don't eat and don't. Listen. Don't eat and don't drink.
She's helping him. She's definitely helping him. I'll explain in a minute. 1 minute.
You work in Amazon, you're a good driver. Don't lose it for TikTok, big man. Okay? There is over 5,000 people watching you right now. You have family?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't risk it for your family. I'm telling you. Get your stuff and go home right now. Trust me. I promise you, I'm not even taking the piss. I
They
swear.
got Torian
Get
though.
your things
I'm
and
gonna
go.
lie though,
It'll
seriously.
be better for you. Wake up tomorrow morning fresh. You have a good job and that. Trust me. Don't lose it for TikTok.
Torian on live right now.
Oh,
Now the reason why I say no, 1 minute, brother, 1 minute, because obviously that's a bit bad. That obviously what I'm saying is now that is Torian telling a cab driver, because there's a cab driver in her house, and obviously now he's obviously in the house and he doesn't really know what's going on. So Torian's gone on the live and she's asking him questions like, "What are you doing, big man? What do you do for a living?" And obviously he said he's an Uber driver, and she's saying to him, "Listen, do you want to stay there?" So the guy's saying yes because he doesn't know anything about this girl. So Torian's saying to him, "Listen, like, be careful. Don't eat nothing. Don't drink nothing from the girl because you don't know what she can give to you. So, but if you want to leave, like, leave right now." So, if anything, she's basically helping him and telling him, like, "Raw, you need to get out." But she can't make him leave. Everyone's an adult, so she can only.
Where is she? I want to say.
I want to say one
live.
thing.
Go ahead with that.
For all the people that are watching this live, yeah. Big up to Torian, because this is how you're supposed to do it. You know, no one's there. She's jumping on the live, yeah, playing Kiki Kaka with a dance back. Then obviously when she gets an opportunity, she's letting my man know situation. Yeah. Therefore, if anything goes left and he gets in a peak situation, it is then on him. She's done her due diligence by informing the guy and letting him know what one. Many people don't do that. They join the lives, they engage in the passer, they entertain it, they push it, blah, blah, blah. That's what we need to be doing. You know, no one's there. Because my man, he's got, like she said, he's got a job, yeah? If 5,000 people are in the stream watching that, potentially someone that knows him could potentially see that, or Amazon worker or whatever. And if it goes left, not only is he losing his job, he's losing his fam and all that. It's a long day. More likely, my man's gone there. Let's be real. He's gone there to cheat. It is what it is. My man's thinking, white woman, English woman, they're only good for one thing. Let me see if I can get my thing, blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't realize the danger that he's in because he's a dance back, respectfully. You know what I'm there. So it's a case of big up to Dorian all day long, because obviously what she's doing is what's needed. You know what I'm there. Just like what Antics and everyone else are doing. But we need to recognize these type of people have ill intent, and you need to put yourself in a position where you aren't affected by this effort. You know what I'm there. But anyway, continue talking, guys.
Can I just ask quickly, when she's telling him, where's the girl to then? Like, where?
The girl. So the girl, sorry to cut you, my guy. The girls walked out to get him either a drink or to
Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
She's left the room and Torian's in the live with them, but she's left the room. So the guys come live. She's like, come to the live, come to the live. So the guys come close, but he's muted, innit? So she can't hear him. So she's like, unmute. But he don't really know how to work the phone. Do you get what I mean?
I'm with
so
you.
You know, if you get the picture. So she's just telling them, listen, just be careful where you're at. You're in a danger zone. You've got 5,000 people watching. You work for Amazon. You one of your colleagues could be watching you right now. So be careful what you're doing because he's none of the wise on what this young lady's doing. But it's sad to see that there's women out there like this. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, but bro, if it's, I hear you, but say it was you, it's in there, like taxi driver. Wouldn't you straight away suss that out immediately? Because you see her.
He's a foreigner.
One minute, Will I am. 1 minute, Let him land. Because
all I'm saying is,
that's cool. Go ahead, Nick.
You're freshie.
1 minute.
That's what I'm saying is, it's like basically what I'm saying is, like I can talk to you now and I can tell you got half about you, and so you said this taxi driver must be the Amazon guy, must be, no disrespect, some sort of divvy, because he walks into the kitchen, obviously there's a phone there, it's like he must suss out in seconds.
All right,
you would think, no?
No, sorry to cut you, Nick. Watch this. What I was going to say.
You ain't cut me. Go.
All right, cool. What I was going to say to you was, if you see the lady, there's a lady that had up yesterday as well. She's just like this lady here. They go for particular men. And these
absolutely.
Men, they might not know about media the way that we know about media.
Yeah.
Be on something to know about it. So these guys, remember, you know, they might just think her phone's sitting up there charging. We don't know what position her phone's in, but it's recording.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And remember, when you're intoxicated, the last thing you're thinking is you're being recorded by a girl because she's trying to set you up and what you're making the public.
Especially when you're trying to get your end away. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
5,000 people's watching you.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Miss Blonde? Was that?
Yeah, they wouldn't think that 5,000 people were watching. They wouldn't understand that. If they don't, I mean, my oldest brother, he's 44. He wouldn't know what TikTok was. I can show him things like he doesn't have a clue. So she could be saying she's on FaceTime to a friend or something like that. And very rarely would people think that 5,000 people are watching, but 5,000 people are watching her because they know what's coming.
Yes, absolutely. That's right. Yeah.
So, all right, let's hear from Laura. Welcome, Laura. Welcome. We want to hear from Laura. Let's hear from Laura. Laura, sorry. Is it Laura? Welcome. You need to unmute, Laura. You need to unmute. Laura, are you there? Because you were speaking when Miss Blonde wanted to speak. But are you there? You need to unmute if you can hear me.
Yes, I hear you, brother. God bless.
God bless you. How are you, sir?
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
That's okay. Good evening. Have you got anything to? Have you heard anything that you wanted to contribute to?
Now I'm paying attention. You know.
That's okay.
Second, thank you, brother. Happy New Year.
So one of the ladies in the comments said that why don't TikTok take it down? The reason why TikTok are not going to take it down is because
one minute, Will I am, because Laura's unmuted. Sorry to cut you, Will I am. Sorry. Go ahead, Laura. I just wanted to hear from you, so obviously so we can move forward. Sorry, Will I am. Sorry, with respect. Sorry. Go ahead with Laura. Can't hear you. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Peak Sweet, you have to get your signal sorted out.
Go on, Will I am. Just finish what you're saying.
Wait, hang on, Nick. If we can't hear her again, then we'll move on.
Sorry,
I take TikTok off on Manhattan.
I do apologise in advance.
Yeah, so go ahead, Laura. What was that?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you now. Go on.
Right, okay. As you guys know, I think, yes, there's all different kind of views, but mainly the point of views, let's say. She gets people round. She don't lift a fucking arse, does she? Apart from sitting on and off that fucking seat. Excuse my language, everyone. Right, okay. Sorry about that, my language.
Go on then.
So, you know, with that, she tries to call drama, but she's putting people in danger.
And herself.
She's a runner.
And herself, because like we said, things, it may not be that somebody else's, that somebody else's life will be ruined because she's pulled them into that situation, but one day, someone she's going to bring in is going to have absolutely nothing to lose, and something really bad's going to happen to her because she does not care who she's bringing in, or she's going to bring somebody
on the wrong guy.
Definitely.
worrying, and that's the worrying
Yeah.
part of it all. What if I was out there bringing back
Yeah.
ladies to my house, and then when they're coming in, I'm taking their purse or their phone, and I'm
Absolutely.
stopping them from leaving my house? So what would I be looked at? What would people be saying to me? TikTok will take that off immediately. I'll be
You
banned.
are the worst person in the world.
Won't bring it down of her though, because she makes TikTok too much money, you see. Because people gift her like nobody's business. She even brought out her own merch with her own funky phrases.
But it's like egging her on, though. It's like
So what's
gifters
this
egging
then?
her on.
So TikTok's willing for people to ruin other people's lives just for a penny and a pound. Is that what it's come to now?
It's more insidious than that, brother. It's more insidious than that. The reason why, obviously, this is propagated within our communities is because this type of behavior, this type of one-sided behavior, ultimately destroys the family unit. You know what I'm saying? If man them are doing it, even though it's bad, it's not that bad, because realistically speaking, men don't have the overwhelming influence when it comes to the kids. You know the ones there. But when women are doing it, because women are technically the first teachers of the children, yeah, they're the ones that influence the kids to do the madness. You know what was there. So then now we've got a large demographic of youths that are doing the same old F3, and then there's a case of propagated, breaking the family unit, blah, blah, blah. Not only are they making bread, they're slowing down the population, and they're destroying the family unit at the same time. It's a long day.
Yeah, but what's this though? Obviously, I would definitely agree, but obviously disagree with this parting of it, because obviously what children see men do or what children see women do, they're going to do regardless. It doesn't matter if it's a woman, and just because a woman's doing it, if a man, you've got a group of people. 1 minute, Miss Byrne, if you don't mind. Obviously, you got people that would see men doing things, and you got people that will follow, and you got women that would see women doing things, and that will follow. You got guys that will see women doing things and follow, and vice versa. So it doesn't matter about the sex of the person. All it is just from a human is bringing negativity and putting it out there. There are other humans that can see it and feel that it's acceptable and start following and doing the same, and that's a problem that we have this day and age. It's a nightmare.
I think there is a little bit to do with gender, because you see, like Emma's quite small, but she's not called Emma, she's called Sarah, but everybody knows is Emma at Ems, so I'll call her Ems. Ems is quite a small, petite girl. If this was a big, burly 6-foot man doing it, I think people would be outraged that he was doing this to a woman and bringing homeless women into his house. And I think there would be a different spin on it because of the way society is. And it's wrong. She is just as dangerous as a big... I've seen big 6-foot burly men cry their eyes out. Like, they're not... Just because they're perceived as one thing... But it's true that if a man was doing it, even if he wasn't a big 6-foot man, just because he's a male... it would be seen different, but because these girls are doing it, people try and, or think it's funny, but it's not funny. I've got 2 brothers, and I don't find it funny. And if my 2 brothers were roped into somebody like her, she would have me at her door. She would regret the day that she was born.
You got to think about it this way, yeah. The reason why I said what I said earlier is because when women are doing negative things towards men, yeah, whether they're bad or good, because of the programming and the indoctrination that all of us to a certain degree have sustained within this F3 world we live in at the moment, yeah, women en masse encourage it, and they're like, oh yes, get another, suck it to him, another guy that's been violated, that's one up on us, that's one up on them, we're winning, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of women, good or bad, whether they realize it or not, because of the way they've been indoctrinated, if a woman violates a man, it is a good thing. If a man violates a woman, it is a bad thing. You know what's there. And this type of thing, where she's making bread as well, it's going to be pushed up there. Where have you ever been on lives, yeah, where positivity has got 5k people watching? Ask me that.
No, I agree with you there. It's always drama and negativeness. I just wanted to reply to somebody in the comments. I don't see Ems threatening violence. It's not just about violence, and sometimes mental mind games and just what she does with her mouth and the way she manipulates people can be even worse and have a worse impact on someone's brain sometimes. Like it's a different type of violence. Just because she doesn't get physical, it's wrong in every single way. And she's putting these people out there, these vulnerable people, out to fight the masses. Sometimes I've seen her have nearly 10k people in a room because she's being crazy, and the more views she gets, the crazier she goes with it. She doesn't care one bit. She's got nothing to lose if the police come round to her house. She doesn't have kids. She's got a dog. I mean, she's got nothing to lose. She can do this for however long she wants because people are watching her, people are gifting her, and people are condoning it by doing that.
Yeah, it's all about the money that she's earning.
Yeah, she's earned so much. I don't even know how she's getting away with it. I don't even know how she's still on universal credit. I really don't.
You know what? Sorry for up, ladies and gents. I think a lot of young people are watching her and gifting her.
Excuse me, is the woman from England?
Yeah.
Yes.
Liverpool.
Well, I live in Wales.
Well, that's the way it is, you know. England, the devil. That's what you guys started from back in the days. So, what you expect? She got devil blood. Like, seriously.
You could say that for most countries, mate.
All right, so what's this then? Okay, so where are you from? Where are you from, Black?
No, listen, I'm from New York. And I'm from America, so I already know what's the deal. We was made because of England, but when you got bad blood, you got bad blood.
So would you say that the same? Would you say that? Would you say 1 minute, Laura? What 1 minute, Laura? 1 minute, Laura. 1 minute, Laura. 1 minute. So 1 minute. All right. So Black. First of all, can I ask you a question? Are you being serious? Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay. So would you say America's got the same bad blood that England's got?
Of course, because you guys made us.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He ain't wrong there. He ain't wrong there, technically speaking.
Okay.
If you look at because technically speaking, obviously in America, especially back in them times, railroads was a big thing down there. And the UK, we invented railroads and we took the railroads over to them and obviously put them on game and so on and so forth. So I get where you're speaking from that side, but it's peak regardless.
So wait. So watch this then, people. Watch this. All right. 1 minute, Black. 1 minute. So all right then. So if you're saying that, okay then. Okay, the reason why she's like that is because she's got bad blood because of Britain. You're saying that. Are you saying that? So is it acceptable for her to be doing that? Or are you saying that it should just be acceptable because we should accept it because we're all made from bad blood? Is that what you're saying? What are you really saying about this?
No, I'm saying in life general, you're gonna stay away from the negative people, bro. That's the way it is. This is life. We going to war, people fighting, and the devil's always gonna be there. So it's up to you to make sure your kids ain't raised like that and live the right way, basically.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
No, I don't get what
she's learnt it from somebody.
So basically, what he's trying to say is that in terms of like what he's trying to say is why are we surprised? Because the environment that we're living in produces and condones and pushes this type of effery. So all we can do as a people then is notice that these donuts are out there, protect ourselves and our energy and our loved ones, and keep it stepping.
It would be a fair enough opinion if it wasn't what I feel as though I'm listening to is it being sprung from being an English white girl and we have created the Americans, so we're just full of bad blood, and we created the Americans, so they've inherited this badness from us. That's what it sounds like.
No, wait. Let Miss Blonde finish, because if she's feeling that, the reason why I said whoa, because she just opened my mind to something that I was far away from, and if she's feeling that way, she's got the right to. So
yeah, like I don't want to jump down, but that's why I'm saying wow, because I'm taken back and I'm trying to put out what I got from him saying that, because yous created us. We're not separate people. We're all the same. Because we're from England. That's what I'm just trying to get at. And then he says, yeah, because yous created us. It just sounds like a bit of negativity or racism towards the situation, when really, when we're going back in time, that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. Like what England did to Americans or what England did in the past, it all now reflects on us. That's just what I heard from that, and I think some people in the comments did as well.
I was going to definitely say, with respect, Miss Blonde, I was going to definitely drop Donnie for that. The reason why is because if you feel alarmed that way like that, and I didn't see that, obviously I understand where he's coming from, but it is true. The concept of what he came with to what we're talking about is too far back to what you're bringing it to. Like you're talking about, we made you guys, or
it just sounded so negative towards. It just sounded negative. So I just wanted to clarify that, because I think a few people heard that as well, which I was kind of like, wow, what has that got to do? So what he was basically saying was, why are you surprised? You're English.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me still, even though I can't say I understand what he's saying, because it's still far off the topic of what's going on. We've got ladies going out there, bringing men back to their house and violating them. And you're saying because of bad blood and we made you, what, it should be acceptable? Are you saying it should be okay? To us, it should be far acceptable. We should be talking about it. It shouldn't be okay. It doesn't matter who's bad blood. Obviously, there's bad blood everywhere. There's bad people.
No,
everywhere.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean, you can't just say, okay, because we're British and we made Americans that way, that because we're bad. There's bad people.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I heard from that, yeah.
But that's taking it to another topic of what's really going on. Right now, we're talking about ladies that are inviting men back home. And obviously, I'm going to allow you back up. But what I'm trying to say is, we're talking about ladies that are inviting men back home and against their will, where the guy wants to leave and go home, the woman saying no, and she's recording them and disrespecting them. So obviously, with respect, that's what the topic's on. I understand about things happened back then, but that's another day for another story at another time.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
Yeah,
to
it's
what
got
we're
nothing to
talking
do
about.
with what's going on, with respect. So if you're going to come back up and speak about that and not make any women or any guys feel alarmed of the way that you're speaking because you can put it another way, then of course you can come back up in the box. But please, if you're going to come back up, let's not try and put things in a way that's going to make people's minds start ringing and have to ask other questions that's away from the topic of what we're talking about. Because there's a young lady violating men, and men need to be aware of this lady here, and women need to know that this woman's violating. Because when women go and tell the truth of what's really going on, it's women like that what will make people not believe women that's really going through this stuff. So this is what we're talking about. Anything else is irrelevant to my page, please. And if you come up and speak anything, I will drop you and have a good night, good evening. I'm not doing this for numbers. We're doing this for awareness. That's it. Thank you very much. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
That's the point. I'm only going to allow you back up because I might give you the space to obviously, put certain things away. I'm not saying that you said things wrong, but there's a way you can better things, and we all know that. Come on, people.
Respect. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Ems, she's been doing this for a while, obviously, since the Marcus situation. Obviously, he died. He had a heart condition. He came out of hospital, didn't have surgery, and then subsequently died. She's picking up men from all over the place. The current one is Robert, and she's just manipulating these men. The current guy, his situation is his partner died last year. You're saying that word a bit too much. You need to say unalive if you don't mind, please. Thank you. Oh, I do apologise. I keep forgetting about the rules of TikTok.
No problem.
So basically, his partner unalived, but that was due to a procedure that went wrong in hospital. That wasn't of her own volition, but she was obviously an alcoholic. He's got a drink problem. He's obviously lonely. She's kind of been manipulated him into her kitchen, and now she's using him for viewers, and it's just like rinse and repeat the cycle.
Thing that I will
that's true. That is true. I would agree with that. That's true. Definitely true.
The thing that I will say, listening to the backstory, the demographic of men and her situation, I'm going to be so real, because if we look at the type of men that she's going for, they're not of high quality, one, let's be honest, and two, I'm gonna be deep with it. They're both as bad as each other, and the reason why I say that, yes, because the gentleman that sadly lost his wife, he feels lonely. Although obviously to us looking in, he's getting violated or whatever the case may be, realistically speaking, in his head, he's getting something out of it, i.e. I am no longer lonely. Despite it being toxic or whatever, he feels in his head he's getting something out of it. She's getting something out of it by the views and so on and so forth, and obviously the money, blah, 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 blah. So both parties are as bad as each other, because if the man had any self-respect or basically was of caliber, as soon as he see the camera or the live or whatever, he's turning and spinning tail and going straight back out. You know what I was there? That's why these individuals are going for these type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Can I add to that, William, if you don't mind? All right, cool. Watch this though, bro. What you need to realize is, no disrespect, as you said, the kind of caliber of guys that she's going for are very kind of low standard guys. From the kind of videos that I've seen, I almost really like to believe maybe one or two guys that I've seen so far would know about phones. The rest of them, I saw a homeless guy, I saw another kind of oldest guy, I saw a couple guys that are from like other countries and that, which are kind of oldly in age. And I'm saying the last thing that they're looking at is the phone and thinking that they're recording. Now, if you kind of watch what she does, she situates the phone kind of far away from them, and it's like, so say for instance that phone can be in a corner and they're sitting there, they're not thinking to look at that phone recording them. Sometimes they might look at the camera where you might think that they know the camera's there, but they're not looking directly at the camera. And the fact that
the Uber guys aren't, the delivery guys aren't, they're completely oblivious to it.
Do you know what I mean? So like,
Because I hear what you're saying, 100%. Obviously, what she's doing is nefarious and insidious.
Right.
But realistically speaking, both parties, they are there because they. So, for example, my man, the delivery Uber driver, Amazon, whatever my man is, foreign guy, he sounds like he's not whitey, but it is what it is, yeah? I guarantee you, if I'm lying, I'm unaliving, yeah? My man is there to cheat, fam. You know what I'm saying? Or to build up the relationship in order to cheat and cut. He's most likely got like flipping like a wife or kids or whatever the case may be or whatever. My man is there to cheat. He sees her as low value,
Watch this, Will.i.am.
easy.
Watch this.
You know what I mean?
Will.i.am. Sorry to cut you, my watch this because I'm going to make you finish this off. All right, and that's one guy. So that one guy's there to cheat. What about guy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? They can't all be there to cheat, bro.
They're not all like that.
No, they're not all there. 100%. They're not all there to cheat. 100%. But they've all got their varying reasons why they're there. One might be lonely. One might want to get free alcohol. One might want to get free elicited extracurricular activity substances. You don't know, but they're all there for a reason.
But that's just guys going out to meet women in general, then, my brother. Because watch this, then. That's
100%.
Watch this. Obviously, say for instance, now, okay, then I didn't have a missus, and then okay, then I go out and I'm partying, la-di-da-di-da. A woman comes along my way, you know, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, I haven't had a leg over in a long time. You know what? She looks all right, bish, bash, boss, back to her, bit of alcohol. Obviously, 90% of guys are going to do that, bro. It's Friday night tonight. If she walks past 80% of guys and says, hello, mate, you right? What's your name? Robert, all right, want to come back to mine? Bit of music, bit of drink, and have a little bit of fun. 80% of guys are going to go, bro. Especially when they've got no missus and they are homeless and they are going back to their house and there's no woman there. 80% of guys are going to go. That doesn't give her the right to then blaspheme them by recording them, bro, and starting to disrespect them. Is either you're enjoying them,
brother, I hear you.
Home. You know what I mean?
I hear you, brother. I hear you, but all I'm saying, yeah, is that when it comes to this situation, like, no disrespect to the lady in the photo. When you look at her, it's like, bear in mind, obviously, the traits that she's displaying and her behaviors and so on and so forth. She could be a lovely girl, you don't know, blah, blah, blah. But the way she's behaving, you can tell that she's not a woman of caliber, someone that you want to settle down with or whatever. So because of that, the man them that are about that life are going to be like, man's not even going to touch with a barge pole. You know the one's there without knowing the person, so on and so forth. These man them are there for.
That's the ones that know.
Yeah,
but what about the? Go on.
I hear you, bro, but because the reason why I'm saying this, yeah, the way she was she's most likely behaving outside in public. She's intoxicated, she's doing the most, she's a bit mouthy, swearing and blind and effing and blah, blah, blah. Them gal like that, yeah, you're not going to see her as, I'll take her back to my mum. Nah, you know the one's there. You're seeing it as G and bounce, or for the man them that can't even get gal, them man are just like on simp mode. I'm just glad that she will speak to me. Them dunce back behaviors over there. You know what's there. So although these guys are getting taken advantage of and they're getting violated, every single person that's involved is tapped, fam. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're all as bad as each other as far as I'm concerned at this point.
Yeah, because
listen to the conversation.
some kind of psychological damage. It's clear to see.
I've watched this girl for years, and it's. When you've watched her, like, I understand where Will.i.am's coming from if you're just looking at it as, because I've obviously looked at some of these stories and I haven't watched them from the get-go, and some people have, so I can have an opinion, but my opinion may not be exact because of I haven't watched her for years, or I haven't watched him for years, whoever it is that we're talking about, or I haven't witnessed it. But when you've witnessed it firsthand and it feels like you know this person because you've seen them that much, you just know what she's doing, and and these guys that are coming in, most of them don't have a clue. There was a lad, I'm sure his name was Sean. Somebody said it in the comments. Like, very vulnerable man. He should have had carers and stuff like so that. And what she did to him on live, and when the poor man wet his pants on live, all I wanted to do was just grab him and just take him somewhere away from her. And he thought she was his friend. That was the worst.
To him?
Pardon?
What did she do to him?
It just completely humiliated him, embarrassed him, picked him up on everything he said, took the piss out of him. Like making him drink extortionate amounts to keep up with her and stuff like so, that to the point where you can see the man can't cope with it, and he should have had people that were going to look after him around him. That kind of man, do you know what I mean? I don't know exactly what it is that was wrong with him, but you could really tell that he just needed someone the total opposite to her around him. These other men that she's brought in, she's brought many taxi drivers back in, even people who's delivered a pizza to her house, she's brought them in.
Like, it's just anybody. They could be stood outside a block of flats and she takes the dog out, she starts talking to them, she brings them in. It's crazy. She's just going for people and she's looking at them. She's like she goes out scouting or something. She's get, you're vulnerable. It's like pickpockets. The look for the look for, they've got an agenda. A pickpocket's got an agenda. It's the same with her. She's got an agenda. She doesn't just pick anybody. Like, and that's wrong. And then people on the other end, it's a surprise for them because it's usually very random. So they don't even have an agenda yet because they don't even know what she's about or what. They're just surprised and they're vulnerable and they're like, yeah, I'll come for a couple of drinks or whatever it is that she's offered them. And then they come in, boom, they're in front of thousands and thousands of people and they're in for an absolute mad night.
I was gonna say as well, though, people as well. I was thinking that as well, yeah. Because watch this. Remember when she's jumping in taxis and she's inviting people back from certain jobs. When she's recording them, think about what these people are doing to end up back in their house. Certain taxi drivers are signing off like, "Yo, I've got something busy to do," and then their boss is seeing them on the internet in a woman's yard. They're getting the sack straight away. Think about, so she's ruining lives, people, even though they shouldn't be there. Go back to what will.i.am said is true. They shouldn't be there. So, good if people say, well, good if you're supposed to be at work, you shouldn't be in between no girl's legs, hoping that she spreads ego. But at the same time, this woman should not still be allowed to be ruining lives, though. You know what I mean? Even though guys so to be that, and I definitely agree with that. You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna be so real, Antic Shay. What you're saying is 100% facts, yeah. But the only way this is going to change, yeah, and this is going to stop, is if it starts happening to women in mass, where man them are coming online doing what this woman is doing to women. Because the reason I say that, yeah, when you look at divorce court and all that nonsense, yeah, with alimony and all that everything. When it was just affecting man them solely, yeah, they did F all about it. As soon as now, because times are changing, obviously women are earning more money and blah, blah, blah. Now we're starting to see a lot more women having to pay alimony and pay all these things to their man them. Now they're looking into it and now they're starting to change things slowly and blah, 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 blah. So when it comes to this situation, bear in mind that obviously we don't understand that obviously TikTok are promoting it because they're the ones that are pushing that out to the FYP, and when people are reporting it, they're not doing anything about it. If man them start doing it, and then they're getting blocked and then they're getting censored and all that nonsense. And then obviously their pills start coming and saying, well, hold on a minute. This pagan over here is doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. What's the issue? And there's a highlight on it. That's when they're going to start changing things. Unfortunately, some women are going to have to get, it happened to them and it be vocalized and evidence. Because not to say that this doesn't happen to women. Of course it does. It happens to women all the time. However, those men are obviously not dumb enough to go on flipping social media and record and essentially give the feds evidence to charge them on it. You don't know what's there. Because everything that she's done online, if the police would take it seriously and treat her like she was a man, but she'd be in jail by now, fam. You know what was there? Entrapment, harassment, what's it called? Breach of the peace, all of that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that she's doing that obviously, technically speaking, she can get done for. So not to say that, they should promoting this to happen to ladies, but I'm explaining and saying that this isn't going to change because the man them ain't in mass are not going to do this F3 like what she's doing. Man them ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? If a man invites you to the... Yeah, go on, brother.
Go on, brother. Go on. What's this?
No, I was just going to say, it's never going to happen because obviously if a man invites you to his yard to cheat, he wants to cheat you. He's not going to come and bring you in here and put it into TikTok and be like, oh, you're ugly, this and that, I'll get my ass. No, my man's going to be in the privacy of home, bring you back, cheat, and then obviously if you cheat, continue cheating or in a relationship or whatever, cool. If you don't, you go your separate ways. That's the reason why this is only going to be affecting men.
You see, I feel as though we could... Sorry.
That's all right, bro. People in the comments saying that she's the one that contributed to unaliving Marcus. Now, I'm not saying that she did it, but because of her ways could have been a contribution.
Oh, she definitely did. She definitely did. From someone who watched her for years and years. Of course she did. That man had a heart condition, but yet she did not. If you wanted to help that person, why would you pump them full of drink constantly? And I mean constantly. All she wanted to do was party. That's all she wanted to do, and manipulate the man and put the man on the screen because everybody thought he was funny. He was a very funny man. The poor man didn't know where he was half the time. He didn't understand. He was an older man. He was just, and it's just like he was just like a dad, just like dad vibes, but like he was an alcoholic.
It
was terrible what she did to him.
Can I just ask people, how dangerous are we talking? Do we reckon this Ems is then? Like, what are we talking?
Oh, it's just very dangerous. And what I don't understand, the people on TikTok, right, is that when you're witnessing these things, like if it was I mean, I've reported things before that I've seen on live because you've got a duty of care as a person. If you are seeing something live in front of your eyeballs that is wrong, you've got to kind of report it, but people don't, and that's the thing. I think that things would be done because, as well, it's all live. We've got all of this technology to physically show what's happening on these screens every single night. I mean, I'm surprised the police aren't doing something anyway, because the amount of phone calls it's made to them to get them around the house because Emma's in danger or something's happened to Emma. Like,
now watch this.
Here's the thing, Miss Blunt.
Now watch this. One minute, Dave. 1 minute. I'm Dave. Dave's back up. Everyone's back up. What I'm trying to say with great respect, people, like I'm saying here, with great respect, tap up the screen with respect. It's appreciated as people are. Big up everyone that's tapping up the screen. Big up all the followers. It's appreciated. Now, what I'm trying to say, people, I'm going to keep it short and sweet before I go back in. Obviously, like my podcast is Daily Antics, so I'll give that a follow and a like. I'm going to be doing much more on that about this. Like I'm saying, people, with respect, though, this is a young lady that's going out there, yeah, people, and she's inviting men back to their house, and she's getting them in vulnerable states, i.e. offering them drink to where they can't control it, and these are people that's happily working. She's been around a guy that's been unalived, not saying it's her fault, but she contributed because she was, pouring liquor in his cup, trying to see, where it can go with this. Now, what I'm trying to say, people, is this is not dangerous. This is serious. This is more than serious. Let me tell you why. Because a guy would see this young lady like on a night like tonight and be like, oh, I don't mind going back to yours for a little, for a chill that night. And here she is recording them and blaspheming them. But we're going to hear from, Devon's back. Devon's back up. I mean, Devon's back up.
Yeah.
And we're going to,
it's just my backup, bro.
No problem, my guy. Big up yourself. Welcome.
Easy. I think what Blondie was saying about people reporting. Now, this is the thing about TikTok that I've noticed. They have guidelines, and I've actually taken the time to read the guidelines. Do you know how many content creators on here are breaking those guidelines? And what you'll see is certain people don't get their accounts taken down. The likes of me and you will have our accounts locked off very quickly if someone reports us.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. But these people are not getting taken down. There's a reason for that. They're monetizing. And what I found the most dangerous was when she had that Somali guy back, people were scared for her. And then there was the moment where everyone was doing their research and they decided he was this murderer.
Yeah, I remember that guy. The one that looked like he was from Moana or something. It was just like with a crazy shirt on. That was crazy. That was.
I got the video of that one there. Still, he looks like a proper. Like he looks like the scary one. I'm like,
yeah. So listen, everyone was scared for her. Myself,
he was feeling her up and stuff. It was so horrible to watch. I watched it live. I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
But then she hid his phone.
Yeah,
he kept when he started to ask to leave. That's when alarm bell, because you go, wow, everyone was scared for her. But then my man was constantly asking to leave. Then his phone vanished. Then people were saying, get out, he's dangerous. And she wasn't doing anything about it.
No, she wasn't, no.
Now,
she was sticking up for him. She was telling them, she was saying, people are saying you're dangerous. And then she was like they were doing this dance and he had his arms around her and stuff. And she was getting, no, he's all right, and all this, that and the other. And it was just, it was worse than a horror film. It was worse than any horror film.
I know this.
Blondie, watch this. Do you know what's scary? You know how scary will I am? I've got more than 6 or 7 videos right now that I'm watching, and I'm seeing men rubbing her thighs and rubbing her back.
Yeah.
Now, this is a woman putting herself in the way of danger every single day. So what are we going to wait for, people? Are we going to wait till she hits that live button and we're all sitting there watching an unalive unfold right in front of us because the lady don't know how to conduct herself correct? That's sad.
Like I said, it's mad insidious. I felt this firsthand. Yeah, I normally do a Money Talk Mondays on a Monday. So every Monday, I go live, talk about ways you can obviously invest money in and not invest money, but safeguard your money and protect it from inflation. Blah blah blah. Man was doing a live, yeah, obviously showing people some stuff. Blah blah blah. I got banned, so banana, yeah, on that live. Someone reported me, yeah, basically for scams and all this stuff. At no point was I asking people for money, nothing like that, yeah. Literally telling people, showing people the legitimate websites for the roll mint and all of that nonsense, blah blah blah. I got banned, yeah. This lady is doing this where she's essentially showing young ladies that, oh, it's okay for you to invite random men to your yard and let them touch you up and all this stuff. And you got to deep it, yeah? Think about this. I want people to really deep this, yeah? She's gone on live doing this where man them are rubbing up fires, touching back, they're dancing, doing that nonsense, yeah? To a young, impressionable mind, that says to them, yeah, that it's okay to invite random men to your yard. They're not, nothing in the Ferris is going to happen. You're not going to get raped because look, I'm doing it and you can see it only goes up to here and doesn't pass that point. So a naive, what's it called, young, impressionable mind will think, yeah, that's calm. They go imitate the same thing. All of a sudden, it goes from the thigh to the back to pulling off clothes to getting great. It's a long day, fam. You know what I was there? And instead of what's it called, TikTok, blocking that or report, or when people are reporting, banning her page, what do? They let it rise and let it go off. Why? Because they're getting money from it. On the top of that, they're essentially giving the feds and the UK corporation extra business by when this happens to normal average women, then they have to go and investigate and pretend like we care about your safety and all that effery, when in reality, they're just happy it's happened because it gives them the ability to take more money from the budget and our taxes and blah, blah, blah. It is a long day, people. Wake up.
I also want to go off as well the fact that there's so many people, like as Dev said, 30,000 people watched that live with that scary guy, right? And TikTok, people pick up, so for example, creators say, ooh, darling, like one creator said, ooh, darling, the rest of the world now say, ooh, darling, or we'll have all the gifts, or we'll have all of this. It was one creator that said that, right? Now the whole world says it, the whole world talk like these creators, right? Because they're influenced by them. So if we don't think for 1 minute that everybody can be influenced by them, but no one's going to be influenced by Emma because it's crazy, then we're wrong, because people are copying her. Just like that Misha or Mika or whatever it is, it's copycat behaviour. They see it, they see how much attention they're getting, and they go and do it themselves. So all they're doing is creating mini versions of what they're seeing, and we see it everywhere, whether it's good, being like influenced, a phrase that's being influenced, or behaviour. So it's really scary, like to sit and watch. I've got nieces, like I've got a 12-year-old niece who sits on TikTok, like, and she's watching this and she's like, hey, did you see what Emma was doing last night? Or da 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 da. And it's like, oh yeah, I did, yeah. Like you can't even shade them from seeing these things. Like TikTok's so accessible, it's unbelievable, and it's crazy. We can sit here and we can have these discussions because we're capable of doing that. But there's a lot of people who are incapable of doing that at the minute, who are watching this girl do these things. And I was mortified. Like, I've been mortified a lot, but that one was probably, I was like, my heart was beating out of my chest. And because it's live as well, it's just more, it's mortifying.
It's even more worrying. Now, watch these people. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this, yeah, but just listen to how intoxicated the guy sounds.
Yeah. Fireworks going off outside. Fucking fireworks on the What a time this is. Absolutely amazing. All your people are cool. Yeah, fucking lovely. Wish everyone to be a happy new year.
People, I swear down, if you ever see what I can see right now, yeah?
Hi, people. Cooking again.
If you ever see the things I can see right now, it's sad. She's laying in the bed with a guy, and the guy's touching her. It's, you know, it is. And this is another lady that's soon to have children. That's got family members. Do you know what I mean? And these family members are watching all of this. Ain't this disturbing for them? Now, I just don't understand why people can be so careless and not worry about their family members and all of these younger children that they have. Ain't you got nieces? Ain't you got little cousins, sisters, brothers? What's going on?
I'm not gonna lie, fam. I'm not gonna lie. More time. Like, not to say that this is all families or whatever, but if this young lady, as tapped as she is, yeah, bruv, the family are tapped too, fam. I'm gonna be real.
Again, sorry.
The apple doesn't fall off the tree. It's just a long day, fam. When we're talking about obviously our family and their parents and all that jazz.
The phone's cracking up.
Bro. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh, is it cracking up?
No, but watch this. And I hear what you're saying, my brother. But then, all right, I'm going to try and respond back as if to say I was responding as if to say I was her family now, yeah? So, all right, then, what can I then tell her to do? Can I tell her to stop doing it on the internet? What can I tell her to do? She's a grown woman. She's got her phone. She's got the internet. Now, what do I do now then if she's not listening to me?
Brother, she's not listening. Excommunicado, John Wick style, blood. Cut her off, fam. You know what's there? Cut her off. Disown her ass and react like she don't exist, fam. That's what I do. Real talk.
No, but some
So I'll
people
tell you
aren't.
what I believe.
I mean, I would probably
believe.
do that, but people aren't strong enough sometimes to do that. And even if you are strong enough to say, right, you can say to that person, I am having nothing to do with you. I am washing my hands of you. But when you sat there on your own, in your own thoughts, and you will think about that person because we're all human, and you're being told, people will keep telling you, E, did you see what your such and such was doing last night on live? E, did you see this? E, this has happened. You'll not be able to, even if you wanted to block it out that much, people will be telling you that what's going on and what people's doing, and it's a domino effect, and it's just negativity throughout that domino effect that it has.
Can I say something?
And of course you can. You've been quiet for a while. Of course you can, brother. Go ahead.
Well, Miss Blondie, do you think that she killed that person? Unalived that person who said you had a heart problem?
She very much didn't help.
She was forcing him to drink every day.
Yeah, she very much didn't help that situation whatsoever. And even when Marcus did come out of the hospital, she's there with the drink. She didn't stay sober throughout it. She took a lot of money off people for Marcus's funeral. There was a lot disputed about that, about where all that money went and stuff like so that. It was all just very. It's a massive grey area with her, but we all watched it unfold in front of our eyes. Yeah.
What I was gonna say was, let me have a little input quickly, because obviously now what my response to that would be is, all right, then we can cut her off, we can do all that. But what you need to realize, what we need to understand, Will.i.am, is remember, we always bring up the problem, and the problem is what she's doing. But my solution to this is, if that's my family member, cutting her off ain't helping nothing, because she can say, all right, and you cut me off and start doing things much more on a higher scale. What I would say as a family member is we should be able to embrace her a bit more. Could somebody mute up, please? What I was more thinking was what her family members should do was embrace her a bit more, be able to go to her and speak to her on a higher level and say, right, look, what you're doing is affecting the family on a higher scale, and show her the ins and outs of what it how it's affecting the family. Because some people, when they're doing things, they're so head over heels when what they're doing by getting money and getting gifts and getting the attention, is that they don't see the effects it's having within the family. Cutting her off ain't helping anything. So I would say the problem is, which is what she's doing. So the solution as a family member is go to her and bring her in basically have a group family chat and call her in and sit her down and show her where she's going wrong and point her out the rights that she can be doing, and hope that she does it that way, basically giving her the benefit of the doubt. And if she then decides not to then follow on after that, then as a family, then you decide then to do one after that, because cutting her off ain't gonna help anything. She don't just think, all right, and I've got no family members that care anymore, I might as well start doing things worse than now. Do you know what I mean? Which mean not worse.
You're 100, you're 100% right. Yeah, we're in a case where it's like I don't know, maybe like a 6 months or 3 months or something like that. Obviously, I think Miss Blonde said that she's been doing this for essentially a decade, like 10 years or one of them ones. I was there. So it's like when we look at the situation. Obviously, the saying where they say you can take a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink.
Yeah.
With these situations, bear in mind that a man has passed away, yeah, and obviously that man passing away, for ordinary people, that would be a wake-up call to be like, raw, like, obviously, if I keep on going, that could be me in that position, blah, blah, blah. Some people, unfortunately, yeah, they're on self-destruct mode from day dot. From time they come out the womb, they were self-destruct mode. You don't know what's there. Like, so it's a case of only that person can change themselves or come to a situation where they will change themselves. Because if unalivement isn't going to change you, or your kids ain't going to change you, then it's just a long day. You know what I'm saying? But with this situation, because we have to be real, this app essentially boosts and incentivizes people's darkest fantasies and just madness. You know what I'm saying? Like we've got young ladies, yeah, on this app that their whole page is about women going on a Discord or whatever, sending their boyfriend's number to them for them to call up and do a loyalty test. Bruv, like that's the ultimate toxicity, like, and then you're getting upset when my man thing or whatever. Some of them man will clock straight away and will just lock off the phone or whatever. But it's like there's a market for this level of effort, you know what I'm saying? And more times, the ladies then that are supporting this, that are tuning in, that are engaging, that are seeing the downfall. But it's just a long day of toxicity, you know what I'm saying? So all we can do as people then and as a community is like-minded people will come to these, like your pages, we'll be discussing these sort of things. And while we're discussing it, we'll be like, you know what? This person sounds like like they're on my page, you know? Let me follow that person or whatever. And slowly you build the community and then you just protect yourself and stay away from this fam. You know what I'm saying? Because most people don't have the ability to be able to go into these paid places, watch the content, and be able to discern from this is F3. I need to look at all the identified markers of these type of people in order to safeguard myself and my family then and keep it pushing. Other people go on there, be influenced on it, but think that it's cool and funny, and then what's it called? Bring that into their real life. You know what I'm saying? People are dunce bats today, bruv. People don't understand reality from fiction. You know what I'm saying? So it is where it is, realistically speaking, and all we can do is just try and do better. It's 2025, obviously. New Year's technically April 1st, just saying, guys. But obviously, for the majority of the people, it's the new year, 2025. Whoop-de-doo, flipping. Let's try and do things where we're putting ourselves in better spaces, better positions, in order to like move away from this everything, because it's going to affect everyone some way, shape, or form, negatively or positively.
Trust me. I was going to say, do you want to pick up yourself, Amanda? Do you want to say anything? Is it Amanda? Any newcomers? Do you want to say anything? Amy? Is it Annie? Whatever that says. All right, but what I'm going to say, but all I'm saying, people, is look, if anyone wants to say anything, just jump in at any time and say anything. Because like I said, you know, I'm just going to go on about the realness of what's really going on, because it's like I said already, many people need to understand that it's very dangerous, this woman walking around, and she's got an accomplishment that now, a compliment that's now following her and copying her. Well, I forgot the name of the woman. If someone knows the other lady's name, I had her up yesterday. Sorry, I forgot the name. It's all slipped my mind. That's how much I'm not bothered about these people. Do you know what I mean? It's just so much for me not to even care about the lady's name. But if someone knows the lady's name that I had up yesterday, I forgot her name. But anyway, she's another one that's watching this lady do it. There you go. Oh, there you go. All right, so it's in the live, people. There you go. You can see the name, right? So that's the lady that I had up yesterday, and that lady's following this lady's hair, because this lady's hair has been doing it for a while. She's been bringing people back to her house and doing a lot for a while now. The other lady now, you can see in the comment, the name's there. You can go and look her up. She's now copying what this woman's doing. So if you do go and look her up, don't go look her up on a positive note, because these two here are out there. They're predators. They're out there preying on men and bringing men back to their house and violating them and preying on them in certain ways where a lot of men will find themselves in a set-up situation if it was them. Now, like I'm saying, people, if you don't feel that it's you, it could be your son that she's doing it to. It could be your uncle. It could be your dad. It could be your brother. So think of it like it was that. Do you know what I mean? Many people that don't like to look at the situation because it's not on their doorstep until it's on their doorstep, and then that's when they start to act. And that's the problem that we have. It shouldn't need to get to our door. We shouldn't need to get to a doorstep before we act. This woman's on the app 24 making a lot of money. Why are we allowing this negativity to be here? We should be able to shut this woman's page down, i.e. or someone should be able to speak to her and make her turn her negative into positive. Then if that's the case, we shouldn't need to want to shut people down in the way of where make them come up. Who are we? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But what we should be able to do is, if someone knows her in her real life, is speak to her and let her know that what she's doing is wrong, because, you know, she's getting vulnerable people and violating them in a way, and she's putting it on the internet to where, you know, later on in life it can affect her, because her children, her cousins, her loved ones might see, and it could be affecting. Where are our loved ones right now? We've all got family members.
She's been told many a times. Some people, like creators, have went up and said, or creators have spoke about her. It only ever seems to give her more for some particular reason, which I just don't understand where her aspirations are in life. I would like to ask her where she sees herself in 5 years' time, because if it's still doing this, then I mean, surely a human body can only take so much as well, and she abuses her body so much. There's got to be underlying health problems now with her. There has to be. And we're sat watching it, and she just needs to sort it out. But at the end of the day, like I said before, right, she's a grown adult. So if she wants to drink herself into some kind of ridiculous mess, just not to drag other vulnerable people into it and broadcast it to tens of thousands of people, basically.
That's 100%. I would fully agree. Like, people are in a position of their own. Like, many people say, right, then she's going through mental health. And, you know, many people call mental health, and I've noticed that a lot of people move mental health and don't realize that there's many people out there that's going through real mental health. And many people like to abuse the word of mental health. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But they're very smart.
We use it flippantly.
What was that, Blondie? Sorry.
I just say they use it flippantly, and I think it's wrong. I mean, I've been diagnosed with bipolar since I was like 15, 16 years old. I don't display this behaviour.
I could turn around and say that some men that have ED have mental health, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like, mental health has literally been thrown around everywhere. Like, if your thing don't stand up when you need to stand up, you could be like, oh, I got mental health. Because obviously there's a mental block that you might have a lack of confidence or whatever that's making your thing not rise. No homo. You don't know what's there. This thing that's been thrown around left, right, center. When it comes to mental health, the reason why I see that as a problem is because the only reason why mental health is a big thing now is because these pagans in suits are able to monetize off of it. When I say this, I always use up this example to describe why this whole mental health thing is a farce, to be real, is that back in the days, you had obviously a certain demographic of people, go through a bag of nonsense, for 400 years. They came out of that, made essentially Black Wall Street, thriving businesses, blah, blah, blah. Where was the mental health then? How were they able to do that? Why were families sticking together and being productive and loving and having all that nonsense? Where was the mental health then? Like, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing here is by design. Like, the mental health aspect. Oh, I got mental health. That is just you essentially labeling yourself and essentially becoming a victim. When if you say to yourself, all right, cool, I'm in this situation, it's not because of my mental health. Man's not a donor. I'm not going to be weak. Boom, boom, bam. But all of a sudden, when you're succeeding now, are you going to blame your success your success on your mental health? No. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying. So we need to stop doing this whole.
I can't lie, brother.
Wait. 1 minute, Abdi, 1 minute. Obviously, 1 minute with respect. Obviously, I hear what you're saying and obviously, I don't want to sound like I keep going against you, but I'm a guy that obviously, if you say what you're saying, just like if I'm saying what I'm saying, I would expect you to kind of, Now, what I'm going to say is that I hear what you're saying, but there are people out there truly going through mental health to where they can't see themselves getting past that stage. And literally, bro, I didn't believe it a little while back. When you're looking into things, bro, there are truly people that just can't see themselves getting through things. So the mental health is true. But what I've seen is that there's many people, that street mental health when they see that they're doing wrong. So they'll be doing 9 times out of 10 things, doing great. And then the minute that they do something wrong and they can see that no one's not agreeing with them, they start to scream mental health. And that's the problem that I have. Because there's other people that are truly going through things, and there's people that are just using the mental health word like it means like it don't mean anything. And bro, trust me, that's when it starts to mean that loyalty. Use that with
can I make my point?
Can I say something?
What? No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Let Abdi go, and then you can definitely go. On what's? Let me just say what's.
For example,
Go ahead, Abdi. Go ahead.
For example,
go ahead.
That like the brother was just saying, I do believe it does exist, but not to a degree where people can sit on their ass and blame every fuckery in their lives that it's my mental health, it's my mental health. Like, for example, there's people with like kids and that, If like, for example, I ain't got kids, but if I had kids, the last thing I'm gonna do is blame my mental health for the fact that I'm neglecting my child. That's the deepest situation I can think of in my head. You got what I'm saying? Fuck what I'm feeling, I have to go outside and get what I'm doing. Do you got what I'm saying? So these times I feel like a lot of people, and especially on social media, like forget now, back in the days, people like, let's say when social media didn't exist, there was less attention seekers. So on social media now, people use their own platform to seek like what's the word? Like yeah, something like that. Yeah, people seek that, and I'm thinking, bruv, you lot are rubbed, fam. Just go outside, do yourself a favor, man. Go look after your youths of that. Like, bruv, these people on socials nowadays, they're just rubbed out, fam.
It's like everybody feels like they're gonna get a bit of fame through, the TikTok thing. But okay, let people go on. But what I was gonna say, let's hear from the person I wanted to speak from before. You don't even know what that name is. What's that? What does that name say? What? But anyway, maybe they're on a call, I don't even know. But it's crazy though. It's so sad with what's going on, bruv. It's so like people are willing to give up themselves for the internet nowadays. It's like, where's your dignity gone? Like, where is your self-dignity gone? Like, where is your respect? There's things that I'm seeing people do on the internet, and I'm like, bruv, like, really and truly, don't you care that you got family members? Like, people don't even care nowadays about their family members, about things that can come back to them. Like, you know, certain people will be on the internet here and forget about they've got pictures on Facebook, and all it takes is for someone to put your real name on the internet. Someone goes on the Facebook, bish bash bosh, they've got your name, and that's how easy it is. People, it's so crazy. So if you're doing things, please think about the bigger picture when it comes down to it. It's so crazy.
Like, bro, I Antics, you know my main account, innit? You know,
Yeah, come on,
who
brother.
this is.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. So obviously, my job, I make music and I make entertainment comedy. So I'm putting out a positive narrative to the masses. Yeah. In order to make people bust up and have a vibe to my music. On the other hand, you got these donuts there posting themselves talking about mental health. Oh, I got this, I got that. I'm sorry, mate. If it's such a problem, turn off your fucking phone and go get some help, bruv. What are you doing? Because what's gonna happen now is now you're stepping into the roads on the internet and people are gonna clown your ass. So people are stupid. I can't lie, bro. If you come on the internet and seek sorrow, bro, you're gonna get clowned. So this is a message for anyone. If you're gonna come on the internet and seek validation or any type of sorrow, you're an idiot. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care who your baby dad is and how he cheated on you or whatever. I don't care. Do yourself a favor and fix up your life. I'm done.
No, I hear you still, man. I definitely hear you still.
A little bit of a. I mean, I've got bipolar. I've had to live with it ever since I was younger. It's an actual chemical imbalance within my body. It's not just a way of thinking. When people think about mental health, it's not just something that's in someone's head. There's lots of types of mental health.
Miss, can I ask you, what's the chemical imbalance?
No, 1 minute, Abdi, 1 minute. No, everyone was quiet when you spoke. Still, nobody cut. So, and people can get thrown off when they're speaking. So, allow her to land and then answer the question, please, with respect. Go ahead, Miss Blondie, though.
I'll answer his question. A chemical imbalance. So our bodies produce all different types of chemicals to keep us functioning. They make us happy, like dopamine, serotonin. Lots of different types of chemicals that's produced by the body. And sometimes the body doesn't produce those chemicals like everybody else's does. So we can misjudge situations, and we can not be able to channel our feelings or what emotion it is that we're feeling at that time. And it takes a long time to get to know yourself and to get to know it's difficult. It's very hard to explain what bipolar is, but it's not just what people think. I mean, people use the word bipolar,
but trauma isn't any.
Go ahead.
It's bipolar is used very flippantly. So somebody was like, "Yeah, I think I'm being a bit bipolar." It's a lot more than that from someone. I mean, I'm 33 now, and
I'm 40 in February, and I was essayed when I was 8. I lost my partner and I gave birth the same day. It's all over the papers. I was essayed last month. He's in remand and everything. Like, people use it, and I'm still stood here for my 3 boys because I've got to show them the 19, 18 and 10, and I've got to show them there's more to life than what can happen.
Yes, Gemma.
At the end of the day, I've been through hell and back, but I'm not putting my kids through that.
What are you doing? But the things at times, I mean, I'm not saying... this is from personal experience.
I'm not going to lie, I've been jailed twice. I've messed up in jail. I've sorted my head out. I got help and everything. But I never lost my kids because...
Why did you go to jail? Why did you get murdered?
Section 18. But one thing they said was, I've never destroyed my kids. I was just destroying myself because what I went through.
They were lying to you. I'm going to be brutally honest.
One at a time, people. One at a time. We're going off of it. One at a time.
No disrespect whatsoever, Gemma, at all, right? But you going to prison is affecting your kids. And what I'm saying, I mean,
it would have affected them. I'm not going to lie.
1 minute, Gemma, 1 minute, Gemma, I know you're going to be very touchy. I know you're going to be very touchy, but obviously, with respect, Blondie, we need to obviously let people speak. So obviously, if you're going to speak, we can let you finish, Miss Blondie, and then let her respond. So Gemma, I know you're going to be very touchy, but people are going to ask you questions. But please allow them to ask you and then you can respond, and people will allow you to respond and they'll be quiet and allow you to respond. I promise you that. But go ahead, Miss Blondie. Finish asking the question, though.
Yeah, so I'm not saying, you know, in any way, I'm not judging in any way, but that will have affected your kids. And the way if you've been diagnosed with bipolar, the way I understand you'll have probably ended up in prison was because you've acted out on impulse, which is something we find very hard to control. We're not very good at not working on impulse, if that makes any sense. So you've ended up in that situation due to poor decisions, which we can make. But bearing in mind, we can learn from it. We're not stupid. So, but hopefully, obviously, you've went forward and, like you said, you've learned from that, and you won't, and you will try and manage that. I mean, I do loads of things to manage my impulsive behaviour, and my mental health. But at the end of the day, it's still there, and it's still a chemical imbalance, which can only be controlled by the drugs. So, and the drugs that I get prescribed have major side effects. They make you very numb. They make you a bit zombie-ish. They make you very tired. You could sleep forever. And I've got a little boy, and I mean, I've always had custody of my little boy. He's never been taken off us or anything like that. But I've made some poor decisions. There's been some days where I haven't been able to get out of bed and take him to school. And I'll admit that, and it's because it feels like I'm sedated. And I just can't. But then the anxiety of letting me little boy down, letting me family down, letting me mum down, me head would just digress into how many people I'm letting down here, which would cripple me even worse, to where I wouldn't even go out the house because I feel that sick, because I feel as though everybody knows what I've done and I haven't took my little boy to school. And it's just, it's a horrible psychological thing. And if you get into it too much and you do let it control you, it can be so crippling. And it's a massive, it's not just how you feel that day. It's not just, I can't be bothered to do the dishes, or I can't be asked to do this, or I can't be asked. It's not that. But people claim it. The people who just say that it's me mental health when they don't have a clue, they're just on a come down, or they've just got a hangover. Like, I really disagree with that. And I don't really like people using the word bipolar as to where, I've been a bit bipolar there, because I just think it's a serious thing. People wouldn't just walk around. I mean, because I've got this for the rest of my life. I'm more prone to getting something like dementia and Alzheimer's quite young because of this chemical imbalance, because of what it's doing over time to my brain. And it's a serious thing. And I don't think people would turn around and say, but when they feel sick, I feel very cancerish today, because that would be a horrific thing to say. I find it just as offensive when people use it so flippantly. I wouldn't just start kicking off with people, but inside my head when people say it, it does offend me. So if you're just going to call mental health, this girl, bringing it back to the actual story, this girl, Emma, aka Sarah, which is her real name, can it just claim a bit of mental health from doing this, exploiting people for the last 10 years? That's not a bit of mental health. Which she cannot claim that. People can't just say, she needs help. She's had umpteen opportunities. She's capable enough of making decisions to go to the shop and go and buy a load of alcohol every single day for the last 10 years. She could make a decision to speak to a mental health worker. And that's what I'm done.
I'm not
I'm just very
lie.
passionate about it because I've got bipolar, do you know what I mean? And I know it's hard for people to understand, I really do. But when it's not just about, how I feel this day and, I've got to go and do this because it's not that, it's more difficult than that.
Miss Blondie, I echo your sentiments there. I really do. But this girl, Emma, she's been at it for a good couple of years now, and she's exploiting men and her mental health. Listen, I get the mental health. It's an illness, but it's not an excuse for bad behaviour. Like you said, she's making bad choices. She's doing things that, are manipulative. She's done things in the past that are really obscene.
And repetitive behaviour.
Exploiting men, that kind of thing. And at the end of the day, we all have a responsibility of our own to go and seek that help.
Miss Blonde, are you on quetiapine?
I'm on quetiapine, fluoxetine, propranolol and diazepam prescribed.
You're on. Is diazepam the same as Xans?
I'm not sure. I mean, people are probably. I don't know what that is, but it's a medication to.
I'm not trying to be rude here, but
one minute, Abdi. She was just about to say it's a medication to let people learn.
It's a medication. Some diazepam can be abused recreationally, but it is an actual medication prescribed for people with mental health issues and it calms you down because my heart rate, with the chemical imbalance, my heart rate will go really fast. So I need that to slow down because I can end up passing out.
It's an actual diazepam is actually a muscle relaxant.
So
they tend to use it in shock circumstances.
Well, Miss Blonde, because of my mental health, I've now been diagnosed now because it can have the effect. I've got that fibromyalgia now.
Yeah. Is that a lot of fatigue? I mean, the doctors have mentioned that to me, where you could just get very tired very easily and stuff. But I think that's an effect. I think that's an ongoing effect from quetiapine because you're not supposed to actually be on that medication for a long time, and I have been.
I've been on it since I was 10 and I'm 40 in Feb.
I've had fibromyalgia and ME for the past 8 years, and it actually wasn't caused by any mental health at all.
Lovely ladies, why don't you lot just use herbal medicine? Bonazoot.
I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia last year, and the pain I'm always in. I have a TENS machine.
But it's not just mental health related.
No, it's not just mental health related, but it can be brought on through mental health.
Yeah, through trauma, it can be, but mine was actually brought on by glandular fever. Which is the Epstein-Barr.
Ladies, I respect what you're going through, yeah, but I've got something to say, yeah. So, for example, let's say, obviously, I know we're not from there, but let's say like a young mother in Syria that's just lost one of her kids, for example, or something like that. Like, is she sitting on her ass in a tent?
Yeah, but no one said we're sitting on our ass. We're just talking about what's happened. No one's saying
No. I'm not.
I have my own business, cleaning business.
Can I just respond to Will someone mute the music?
Someone's got music.
You sound like you're in a rave.
Someone's got music on.
I mute your mic, fam.
All right, 1 minute. Obviously. Is it Pringle? You got music in the background.
So, with what you're saying there, right? A woman in Syria. So I'm in England. I've got bipolar, and I go through something really traumatic, which I have done in the past. Many other traumatic things have happened to us. Your body goes into like a fight or flight mode, really, and you have to. When you have to. Right, and that's when in something like that, in something traumatic, some people think I would never be able to go through what that person's gone through. I wouldn't be able to do that. But when it comes to you, you do. But with your with people with mental health, they may do it in a different way to other people. They might, and a lot with that as well, with instinct to what to do in situations like that. I mean, my partner unalived himself in COVID. We've been together for 4 years. Nothing like of the sort would I have thought that's what would have happened. I just got a phone call and he was gone.
Well, my partner died at 3:30 a.m. and I give birth at 3:30 p.m. the same day.
1 minute. I don't know if she was finished yet because she just said she got a phone call and he was gone. So she don't know. Yeah. You don't know if she was finished yet. So if she was finished, you can carry on. But she just said she got a phone call and he was gone. So we don't know where she was going with that. So allow her to land, please. Thank you, and you can go after. No problem.
I got a phone call and he was gone. So, like you say, that would probably be the nearest thing I could relate to a lady in Syria who's just lost a child to a bombing. It's not exactly the same, but I don't live in Syria. Probably that won't ever happen to me. But the effect and the impact that phone call had on me probably felt like that. I probably went through some of the motions of what happened there, because your body does have instincts. We're not saying that people that have a total chemical imbalance. Like these people who are claiming with their mental health that they can't do literally anything. If these are the people that you're referring to that, you know, sit and don't ever think of getting a job because they're just lazy and stuff like that, and the people who claim mental health. But believe you me, when somebody has mental health and they want to go and do something and they do try their utmost best, but sometimes don't succeed because of that chemical imbalance and it's not their fault, then, you know, that is real mental health. I don't want to sit here and not be able to work or not be able to do this. I mean, luckily I work for myself. Like, I am intelligent in that way and I can work for myself, but I have to do that. Like, it's hard. I would love to just go and sit in a 9 to 5 job, but I've tried it and I can't do it. And that is my mental health and I've accepted that, so I'll work around it. But the people who just claim it, I think that's who you're mainly referring to. Because if you knew someone, for like, say you knew they were a lifelong friend and you watched their journey, you would maybe have a different opinion and maybe think you're not very close to someone who has an actual diagnosis of a mental health disorder. Maybe. I may be wrong. But, and as well, you said to go herbal and smoke a zoot. I'm a member of...
Bomb a zoot, man.
I'm a member of, I don't know if I can say it so I won't, but I'm a member of many herbal clubs around the world where it's legal.
Hey. Like Brazil and that?
Well, obviously, Amsterdam, Spain, Tenerife, all over. I've travelled the world because I do believe in that side of the herbal cannabis. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I don't know if I can or not, but of that side of things, with the medical side of things, I truly do believe in it. There's so many countries where that's legal and people use it. I mean, you can even smoke it for cancer, for asthma, for mental health. All the different
1 minute, people. Sorry, my apologies. My apologies. Host is not talking. Could you hear me, people? Could you hear me?
Yeah,
my apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, we can hear you.
My apologies. What it was, I just swear out something. You do know, obviously, at the same time, when people are talking, I had to shoot off and do something. So my apologies that I wasn't just there. But as I was saying, people, I didn't even hear what was just happening because I had to sort something out with great respect. But all I'm saying, people, if you need a recap, because obviously I was reading that people are saying that the host is not talking. That obviously, like I'm saying, back to what we was getting at if we weren't on it, was like I'm saying, this is a young lady, which I had one up there yesterday, and they're going out there and they're inviting men back to their house. And when the men are back to their house, they're recording them and putting them up on the internet. Now, this one that's on the internet, I mean, in front of you now, because I speak about what's in front of you, this young lady is inviting back Uber drivers. She's inviting back people that have certain jobs back to her house. She's got like 30,000 people watching her and 5,000 people watching her while she's recording these vulnerable men. Now, she had a guy called Marcus, so I think his name starts with an M anyway. Someone quote me in the comments what his name was. Yeah, and this guy's sadly unalive sometime soon. Yeah, not saying it was her fault.
Marcus.
But yeah, the guy's name was Marcus, and she had a high contribution to it. Now, we're not saying that she's the one that put the alcohol to his mouth, but if you've got someone around you that's vulnerable, that's going through something, and you're there to help them, I would like to believe that the last thing you should be doing is helping them back alcohol if they've got an alcohol addiction. You should be there helping them on the positive side, right? So I would like to believe that anybody...
When he was lying on bed.
What was that? Sorry? Go ahead. If you got anything to say, people, go ahead.
Lying on bed.
He was lying on the bed, did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, and she watched him dying.
Unaliving. That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah.
What else do you know about what about this young lady? You can go ahead and speak. Feel free.
Her mum's inside for covering up an M.
Wow, is that what's going on? Wow.
Her mum's inside.
Her mum's not inside. Her mum's out. Her mum's not inside.
Her mum was inside when I was inside. She's inside for covering up an M. She got rid of all the...
She's not inside now.
Well, I am take over. Please, brother.
No problem, brother.
She got rid of all the clothing.
Pardon?
Her mum got rid of all the clothing.
Yeah, but she never got jail.
Her mum did go jail for it. I was inside with her mum.
Well, how long did she get then?
I don't know. I was just inside with her. I didn't really talk to her.
Well, she's out now. And she
might be out now. It was a good few years back.
Can we circle back and so is this in relation to this woman here, yeah?
Yeah, it's her mum.
So this lady's mum covered up her M?
Yeah.
Of who?
She covered up for some lads that had done it.
like I said, the apple don't fall far from the tree, innit? You don't know what's there.
That's so true.
I want to ask the panel. I want to ask the panel a question. Yeah, because the thing is, in terms of this situation, I want to ask who agrees with this statement: survival of the fittest. Yes or no?
Yeah.
And I'll say that from experience.
100%.
I'll say that from experience.
Does anyone disagree with that statement? Survival of the fittest?
No.
Cool. So, because in terms of, I understand. Obviously, some people will say that obviously the apple does fall far from the tree sometimes, but that is the exception to the rule. Because if we look at how this young lady is behaving, and then to find out that her mother...
No. I'm sorry to interrupt you. No. Don't blame my mum the way she turned out. No, I don't. No, I don't blame her mum the way she is now. No.
Can I ask something though? If anyone knows, is it true? Has she got a kid?
No, she's not.
Right.
You used to kid on. She had him up in the loft. No, it's a joke.
So can I ask the panel a question? If the panel disagree with essentially her mum being a catalyst to why she is the way she is now, why do you think that? That's not her mum's fault?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people. One sec, Miss. I'll let you lot speak. A lot of people grew up in fucked up backgrounds, and they still turn out right. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying you have to mirror who brought you up. No. However, that's not an excuse to. It depends who you see as a role model. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can get grown up by someone that was fucked up. Like, don't forget, yeah. Obviously, I wasn't from that era, innit? But like, there was an era where there was a lot of crack babies. Do you get what I'm saying?
Can I jump in?
But they were never. Wait one sec. They were never crackheads. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna just land it there.
No, because I'm just jumping in now, right?
Go ahead.
I've been a nightmare. I've been jail and everything. But you know, my two sons, the oldest who were 19, 18, never brought the police to my house. Never anything. Smashing it, the driving, everything. And do you know what? Yes, I might have been a nightmare, but I know I've brought them up right.
Yeah, so don't say Ems is like this because of her mum.
So this is where the enlightenment aspect comes in. I was waiting for. I do apologize. You activated my trap card. So when we look at these situations, yeah, this lady, obviously, her mum was a dunce. She's become a dunce. Obviously, in the case of the cycle continues. Her mum is partly to blame for why she is the way she is, because obviously she didn't. Let me land.
No, her mum.
She didn't give. So the mum is partly to blame, and I mean partly to blame for her situation, because obviously the mum, with her behaviours and so forth, wasn't a good role model. Yeah, cool.
Nope.
However, there's a caveat to the situation. When someone is a youngster, obviously they go through their environment, so on and so forth. Yeah, as they're growing, it then becomes their responsibility in order to follow the bad route or to divert from the route. You know what I'm saying? And this is where perspective comes in, because I'm going to give you guys a story. Yeah. So you had two identical. You have two identical brothers. Yeah. Those brothers were raised in a home where their dad was a raging alcoholic. Yeah. Obviously, AB Yusuf, so on and so forth. Yeah. To the mum, blah blah blah. One of the as the boys grown up, they became adults, so on and so forth. One of the brothers went for an interview, or was having like an interview for like the news or whatever, and the news person asked one of the brothers, how comes you're an alcoholic today? And one of the brothers responded, because my dad was an alcoholic, and obviously AB used my mum, and obviously I didn't have a good upbringing, so on and so forth. Yeah. Then the interviewer asked the other brother the same question, and what's it called? The brother was like, so the question was, how comes you're a multi-millionaire today, and obviously you have successful businesses, and so on and so forth? And the brother answered the question and said, it's because my dad was an alcoholic, and he used to use my mum, and I wanted to make sure I'd never turned out like him, so I focused, studied hard, and basically built my businesses from the determination of not wanting to be like my dad. 2 identical brothers. 2 exact reasonings for why they became the way they were.
It's just the same as if you had good parents, you have one child who turns out to be a baddie. Who turns out... Do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you know something? See, when Emma's in trouble, when she's out and about and she's in a hotel and the police and all that come, do you know who's outside that hotel turning up to see if she's okay? Her mum. Her mum.
So when it comes, because obviously you said the same thing that people say in the comments.
Her mum is there for her 24/7.
I think what Will's trying to say, I understand if you take the personal kind of aspect, because I'm a mother, and so
I understand where you come. So am I, but the thing is, it's not her mum's fault the way she's turning out.
You do look up to your parents. So just if you were to look at some statistics, it would be more likely that someone who's had a good upbringing probably more likely wouldn't be going down that path because they haven't been introduced to it.
What about my friend's child? Who they've got money, well-to-do and everything, and the child has turned out to be so different.
No, but what I'm saying is if you take the personal aspect out of it, so just don't try and not relate it to personal experiences, and you look at it from a point of view of what's going to be more likely when a child is watching this behaviour that is instigated in that is they absorb it.
But that wasn't when she was younger. This happened when her mum was older. This was only a few years ago.
But but somebody just doesn't turn into somebody who will cover up a murder. That just doesn't happen.
That's right. Are you saying this is something to do with mental health, Miss Blondie?
What to do with Emma or the?
Yeah.
No. What my point was is that I've got bipolar, but I don't go and do what Emma does. So Emma can't claim that this is to do anything to do with
because I got a mental health condition as well. I'm not sure if you heard of it. It's called punanitis.
You always do that, you know. You always do that, you know, but you always do that. This guy, he always does that, you know.
You always get the one, don't you?
I swear that, but go ahead, Blondie, because you two was having a conversation. He always does that and he throws the topic off. Because you two was having a conversation about something.
All I'm saying, guys, is that there is because this is what I always say to people: be honest. Don't say my truth. Say the truth and look at the truth. Yeah? If we're all going to be honest with ourselves, ask yourself this question: why is it that mental health and all of these problematic issues that we are facing within our society in the 21st century, where we have technology, we've got fast cars, we've got all of this infrastructure that's supposed to make our lives better, why is it that our ancestors and our forefathers mentally, physically and spiritually were much better off than we are now? Why? Someone please answer that question.
Because I think back then family was closer.
Yeah.
Everyone stuck together. Your family was there for you no matter what.
Yeah.
Like everyone drifts apart this day and age. I think back then family was stronger and everyone had each other.
I agree.
Could I add to that and say, brother, back in the day, rude boy, listen, that brings me back to my live earlier on. You can go to your brother's house and knock on the door next door neighbor and ask for a bit of onion, bro. Back in the day, it was like your friends was family. You know what I mean? Like your mum's friend will come over and it was just like your mum's sister. You know what I mean? They got on so great and so well when it was a unite and everybody got on. But what it is now.
So what has changed now?
What's this? Nowadays, majority of people's friends, they've met on the internet, and that's what it is. So it's like, you know, people are more friends through the internet nowadays, and people will communicate through the internet. Is where back in the day, where, you know, people will go to each other's house, sit down, have a conversation, you know, do those little things. But it's like that's all gone through the window. Ask how much people that's gone to their mate's house, sat down, and had a little chinwag recently, you know, and had a little bite to eat. That's so.
It's like it's like nowadays as well. Who knows their neighbours?
Yeah,
it's
I think it's really difficult to ever try and think that we'll have that. I mean, I think I'm part of probably the last maybe generation that had that really close family bond because there was no internet or nothing like that. But the internet was introduced, I think, when I was about around 10 years old. I can maybe remember. I'm 33. I can't really remember, but really getting.
How old are you, Blondie?
I'm 33. So
can I just interrupt and ask how old everyone is in this room?
I'm 40 in Feb.
Right. Will I am?
Fine.
Pringle. Nick.
Pringle said something. Pringle just said something just now where she said that somebody's blocked her.
Somebody said 52.
One minute, because you did say that, because she said she's blocked me speaking truth. So who's blocked you, Pringle? Who's blocked you from speaking truth, Pringle? You're muted, so if you can unmute.
Oh. Well, I can't because I'm not a...
well, listen, can I just tell you how old I am? I'm probably the oldest one out of every one of you. I'm 60.
Wow. Big up yourself.
Yeah, not long time 60.
See, I have a lot of a good network round here because my partner who passed, his mum has the pub round here, so we've all got a big. Because my partner died at 3:30 a.m. and my son was born at 3:30 p.m. So I got hounded by Clout.
Oh, really? Not again? True. Wow.
If you want to look him up, it's in the newspapers. He's called Michael Corey. I give birth the same day he died. I got hounded by every paper going. Saying, will I sell my story? And I said, well, and I never sold it. You can keep your money.
That's crazy. So watch this. All right, 1 minute. So Pringle said the host. So I'm the host, and you're saying that who stopped you from? Oh no, she's not the host. You know, Pringle. She's the one that was speaking
Pringle?
About.
Who muted Pringle?
Pringle, she can unmute yourself. Can't you unmute yourself? Because you said she stopped.
I think because she had some music on, so she either got muted by the host or. She muted herself.
No, she's muted herself. She needs to unmute herself. Pringle, you need to unmute yourself.
Pringle, I thought you were talking about sorry. Ora.
No, she was playing music, that's all. She just needs to put a microphone back on.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
But anyway, off the back of what I was saying, to answering Will's question, that I think social media and the internet in general has made it very, very easy for people to access everything. So people are nowhere near as close, relationships are nowhere near as strong, because all it takes is somebody to walk into the next room and have a look on the phone and they're being unfaithful because they're talking to somebody else. That couldn't happen back then, and it's just had an ongoing effect.
Blondie, do you know the internet was really good about 30 years ago as well, with like these top chat groups? There was a lot of this going around as well on Yahoo chat groups, everything.
I remember them AOL chat rooms.
But it wasn't as bad then as it is now. Now, it's
so the thing is, because the things that we're using on a moment to describe our programming, because in terms of social media, our families and our ancestors and what stuff, they did have social media back in the days. Even in the 70s and the 80s and all of that stuff, they had social media.
Yeah.
It's just that was a different form of social media. So obviously, when the pages came out in
everything
the
like
90s,
35 years ago as well.
They didn't have quote unquote internet, but
yes, we did, because I'm 60 and I know, because I was on the internet and we had Yahoo and everything.
I'm talking about I'm not talking about that type of internet, like MSN and all that nonsense. Like, no, I'm not talking about that.
Everyone, we're doing too much. I know it's a bit late. I'm just getting a bit. Hang on.
Sorry, let Will I am finish. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. But I just wanted to.
So what I'm talking about, in every age in history, Romans, so on and so forth, they all had their different forms of social media, because those are highlighted in today's world. If you go to like places like the Wembley and all that stuff, the stadiums, those are all reenactments of the gladiators and all that stuff. They all had their different forms. People would send messages by pigeon. People that were in love with each other would do the whole writing notes down and pass it to each other. They had their forms of social media. The difference is, if people want to admit it or not, or realize it or not, is that back in the times of our forefathers, whether it be in the 70s or the 50s or the 80s or the 90s, whatever, the state, the suits were not as involved in the family unit as they are in the 21st century. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a prime example. How many people on the panel are married? You don't have to answer because it's personal information. You can say classified if you want to. But how many people? Okay, I won't say. How many people have been through the process of getting married? Let's reword it.
I'm widowed.
Divorced.
Okay, so you've been through the process. Cool, perfect. When did it become a thing where you had to go to your local council to ask them for permission to marry the person that you love?
I don't know, but I had to go to court to fight to get my dead partner on his son's birth certificate.
Even that. So what I'm trying to say is these issues and these negative aspects that are promoted or propagated within our society are done by design. It starts from the top, trickles down to the bottom where we are, and we maintain and sustain the F3. That's basically what's happening. Because if you look at the time of old, people that were healthy more often were the common people. Why? Because they didn't have access to the bad foods, so on and so forth. If you look into history, even in England, if you look at the books, most people that were rich back in the days were fat because they were able to afford and indulge in obviously having food and cakes and all of the sugary stuff and blah, 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 blah. Whereas the peasants, they were the ones that are more time eating healthy, having meat on a Sunday. That's where the roast dinner came from, because every Sunday you'd have meat with your food. The rest of the time you'd be eating veg and bread and blah, 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 blah. So the common people were the ones that are more healthy. They were more exercise because they were doing the blacksmithing, blah, 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 all of that jazz. That propagated within society all until recently, where all of a sudden, your healthy things, like which were what your common people use, your avocados, your alkaline foods, all of that nonsense. Those are superfoods that used to be eaten with the common people. Now, if you look at today's society, things that are healthy are more expensive, and you notice that the rich people are concentrating on their health, exercise, food, and all that jazz, whereas the common people, the poor people, was propagated in their communities. If you go to a poor area, what are the common shops that you see? Chicken and chip shops, fast food, betting shops. I'm gonna bring it back onto the topic. So obviously all these issues are plagued within society, and this is what produces the people that obviously you see on the screen here, where they're engaging in the alcohol and doing the madness on the screen and blah 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 blah, which is supported by TikTok. Why? Because TikTok are run by who? You are deep it, I mean. So we need to know and understand it.
I have to disagree because in a way we're a big family, right? My dad's from Brazil, my grandma's from Jamaica, and then we're Irish as well. My family live in caravans and that, but we all get together. No one's allowed the phone. We have to put our phone down and we have our time with family. And we all get together.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That there's not many other families that can do that. You know what I mean? How much more other families can call their whole family together and expect them all at a table at a time and all of their family will be there? 9 times out of 10, families eat in separate places. But let's bring it back to the topic with.
Yeah, we can all eat together, and then you've still got to say to my nieces, "Can you put your phone away? We're all sitting around the table."
You know what I mean? Everyone's head's in their phone, and that's the new thing nowadays. Everyone's in their phone. No one.
I think that's where my parents are strict, and what my dad says, you jump and go, right, I'll put my phone down.
And that's the nightmare that we have.
Yeah, but my dad, it was just like, he never touched us, never smacked us or anything, but it was just the voice of authority.
That's what I'm saying.
It was my mum who used to slap us. You know, it was my mum that used to slap us. Do you know, I'll never forget when I was younger. And this time I was like, well, she said really naughty. And she never normally says this. She says, you just wait till your dad gets home tonight. And I turned around and I went, what's he going to do? Talk me to death? Well, I had to run. She ran after me. You little bastard. Quack, quack, quack. Because I said, what is my dad going to do? Talk me to death, because he never hurt us. He never slapped us or anything.
I know, but if you keep swearing, you're going to get bananaed.
Oh, sorry, did I swear?
Yeah, be careful. I was going to say, you keep saying words that's going to get us by.
I keep forgetting, sorry.
Yeah.
Be careful.
What's it called? Just quickly, guys. Obviously, we've got 133 people in the live.
Yeah, can we all follow each other
guys, let's tap up the likes. Let's try and get Antics up to like 25k likes. Obviously, support the stream. He's currently on YouTube with Daily Antics 1. Obviously, just support my brother, because obviously he is back. He is coming with these type of contents. Obviously, New Year and all that stuff. So come on, people, let's keep a tap up live and support the host.
Obviously, with
I think you want to meet,
I've
sweet.
been on a few of the lives and they're really interesting.
Big yourself up is appreciated. All I'm saying.
Really, I like them.
Now go ahead, Gemma. You was going to say something. Could you just ask, Gemma? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, do you always do stuff like this, your lives like this?
Well, yeah, basically, this is what I do. I always hear that, speak about, people that are bringing negativity to our screens and that can affect our younger children, us as parents, vulnerable people. That's what I basically do. Obviously, I've got a podcast going on, as you just heard when I am saying that. Obviously,
I like tonight when you did that M's copycat girl. She's an evil. She's a dangerous woman as well, isn't she?
Yeah, she definitely is. Definitely is. And this is what I'm saying about many of us, because like I said, many of us got younger ones. We've all got some, you got sons, you got nephew's, you've got. But what if there's a woman doing this to one of them?
I would kill her.
I'd be heartbroken.
Oh, I'd kill her. I would kill her.
You unalive her. You unalive her. You unalive her.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
that's
God,
all right.
yeah.
That's all right. But this is what I'm saying.
I don't know. Yeah, definitely not. I know I keep forgetting.
One minute, with respect. Obviously, sometimes when you see someone in front of your screen, like you see this young lady, some of us don't think like that on that level. Like, what if it was my son or what if it was my nephew?
I know.
Men, do you know what I mean? It's a nightmare, people.
I get really upset. I hate it when my lad, who's my middle son, who's 18, he goes out because he's J. I don't want to say it in case I get. It breaks my heart. And I always think, what if someone jumps in? What if someone does this?
But you're always scared of your boys out, like maybe another guy or jumping and things. But you never think a woman is going to be so nasty. You never think, what if he goes back with a woman, and turns out like M's 1 or M's 2?
Yeah, I know what you mean, and it should be equally thought about, I believe, because just because a man is seen to be more capable of doing that, a woman is more.
So basically, if he went back to her and anything happened, he would get the blame.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Even though it was her that's done it all.
If you know what I mean.
I will stick up for men.
Let's listen to one another. Let's listen to hello, people. With respect, I do agree that everyone's speaking over each other, but let's listen to one another as well, because we are learning from each other and there's people listening. So I do agree that everyone.
Stick up for men here. Why can girls do a Claire's Law on a man, but why can't a man do a thing on a girl?
Big up yourself for that. I'm so glad you said that.
Because there's not a lot. Okay, it's so sad in this. There's not a lot of men out there who's come forward like women has. I think we need to change.
Wait. People, with respect, please, Gemma, please allow people to finish their sentence. With respect. I am saying this with respect. We're all adults. Come on. All right, with respect. Come on.
I think we need to change the rules. I think we need to do it for both male and female.
We agree with that.
Because the thing is, it's like, okay, women can do it because, there are lots of men out there. But a lot of men don't come forward and say about the women. Because a lot of men, it's different for men than it is for women.
So can I ask, so that's bizarre. I mean, I didn't know that. I thought that both genders could do that. So what if,
no, it's just women.
What if two women were in a relationship and one woman was displaying? That's absolutely bizarre.
So wait,
can I ask ladies a quick question?
Go ahead with that.
So, because basically, I want to try and illustrate something for you ladies to think about. Yeah. So you've got a situation. Yeah. You've got a racist person, like racist YT person, that is like wanting to unalive a black person. Yeah. Outright of it, like obviously standing outside his house with a white cross like on fire on his lawn, all that proper serious stuff. Yeah. Then you've got another YT person who is also racist, but is holding out his hand, smiling and like being nice, but has got a cutlery behind his back with one hand. Who's more dangerous to that black person?
The one with the cross.
Pretending. No, the one who's pretending.
The one pretending.
Yeah, the one pretending.
Exactly. That's exactly the same situation that we have in 2025, where men are seen as the outright aggressive, I'm going to unalive you racist, that's on your lawn. And women have become the covert, sneaky ones. And when you're sneaky and you don't know that the person's like that, you are going to be more dangerous.
But
to
why is it so
people
bad?
or whatever outside.
I don't get this.
Because women's bad behaviors are.
I'm sick of it. I'm really sick.
No,
of it.
100%. Both genders are both genders are exactly like have the ability of being sneaky. However, only one gender is supported by the suits. So, for example, if I do something to you, and I'm sneaky about it, I'm going down for it, or I'm not going to be supported in doing that to you. However, if a lady wants to be sneaky, all she got to do, so for example, if a woman wants to harm me, all she got to do is punch herself in the face and call police.
Yeah, I do.
If I punch myself in the face and call police, police ain't doing nothing to you. I mean? So this is the reason why it's so dangerous, because instead of it being equal, I want to say equal, instead of it being fair and non-biased, everything that has to do with the suits and organizations is biased against men towards women. And that is all done by design, because ultimately speaking, you ladies spend more money than men. And that's the reason why it happens.
I'll tell you now, right? My dad met this woman, right? And she went round the corner, whacked herself, got my dad arrested. He got away with it and everything because I recorded it from my bedroom window, and she said my dad hit her and he never even touched her.
See, this is a problem with women out there are doing this, you know, and then women out there who are getting treated badly. Oh my God, it makes me so angry.
But because my dad's from Brazil, my dad's from Brazil, they looked at him different.
So this is why, because I said it about the live on Misha's live. This is why it's so insidious, because not only does it hurt men, it also hurts women as well, because the genuine women that are going through these issues are not going to be so bun the police and everything are going to be from normal standard men that will be willing to unalive themselves to protect good women in general, or just women in general, will not step involved or get involved or listen to a woman that's saying that she's been harmed in this way, because there are women like out here that are like this woman that are doing the madness. And if I think it was Miss Blondie that said it earlier, where this girl was doing whatever she was doing with these guys, and then the people on the live were concerned for her well-being, when it was this Marley guy or whatever there, when in reality, the Marley guy was the one that was in trouble because of this woman. But yet everyone instinctively was like, oh, this guy's their thing, this is whether true or not, this guy's that, you need to get out, you need to be safe, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The whole time, my girl had his phone and was playing games, you know what I mean? So it's like, even though she is the problem, men are still seen as they're the aggressors, they're this, they're that. Even if they are touching her or doing whatever, it's consented, because obviously she's allowing it to happen. She hasn't said no, but yet men are still being said like, oh, you're taking advantage of her. And it's like, what are we doing here? Because ultimately speaking, she has invited this guy back to her humble abode, which means that she is the king of the castle. Yeah,
I call her Ems2 because I'll just call her Ems2. Now, she's different from Ems in the way she talks to the guys when she has them in her house. I don't understand.
Are we on about Misha?
Yeah, whatever. I just call her Ems2. I don't understand why she hasn't had a smack yet.
Yeah, but you know what though?
I don't want her to have a smack yet. The way she talks to these guys is disgusting.
But have you noticed she goes to like black lads and that
I didn't want to say that. Yes, it's always black guys she brings in. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. My family have got my brother called Romario and everything.
We're not talking about that, but I'm just saying. But it's the way she talks to them. The way she speaks to them.
Exactly.
She makes them like she makes them like so small. Now, if she done that to my son, God help her.
Yeah,
I would unalive her. I would unalive her. But they're getting away with it.
They're getting away with it because of the demographic of men that they're going for. Is nobody cares, because obviously these guys are nobodies. If this was an English guy, they're not going to do it.
Well, we're all equal. We're all still the same.
I know we're all equal. They are somebody. Do you know what I mean?
Can I just answer something in the comments quickly?
Yeah.
There's hate speech. He's saying that the predator. He feels sorry for Ems due to these people being predators. These people, right, that Ems is bringing into her home, are invited from Ems with her agenda of what she's going to do. Usually very quickly. Usually very it's sporadic and it's, you know, oh, she's going to order a pizza and bring the pizza man in. That pizza man thought he was just coming to deliver a pizza, but Ems already knows that she's going to ask this pizza man to come in. She already
but you know
knows
that guy,
she's
she
on
tried to
TikTok.
get sacked. I called up.
One minute. I swear Blondie was speaking, so could we please allow the person that was speaking to finish, and then could we speak on them, please? Could we I've heard a lot that we're doing it a lot.
Yeah, so she already has that agenda in her head of what she's doing, so that makes her the predator, because these people are just going around their daily life not knowing that what's about to walk into their life. And yes, they can make a decision, but they're just going off face value of when she goes up to them. They don't know what they're about to walk into. She does, and the rest of and everybody who's watching, the thousands of people, know as well. That is massively predatory behaviour, whether it's coming from a woman or a man.
She does it for the views.
Yeah, she does, and they don't know that. They don't know that they're about to be broadcasted to the whole of TikTok.
Look at that poor guy. She tried to get sacked.
Yeah, she's done that much.
Well, see that guy. She tried to get sacked. I called up the shop. Another few women called up the shop, and the manager. We all spoke to the manager. If we all didn't do that, that guy would have lost his job.
Yeah, hats off to you for doing it, because there's so many people that just sit and watch and don't think they've got a responsibility when they're watching something wrong to do something. I mean, I tend to not watch it because it would be a full-time job reporting this woman.
No, but that night I just went, no, I've had enough.
Yeah, it just got too far for you. Yeah, it is madness, and I mean, I really do tend not to watch her unless she's on the FYP and I hear about her. I used to watch her quite a lot just because she's been on.
He never got the sack.
I'd say for all the people that are.
Someone was just saying that obviously someone was just saying something and someone just jumped in. What I'm saying is, please, people, obviously I don't have to drop people because obviously with respect, I do know it's passionate and I do know how conversations have to flow and that's how it flows, but there's certain things that people ain't even getting to land before they get jumped over, and I'm not even getting to hear what they're saying. So it doesn't make sense. Allow the person to finish saying what they're saying, and I know with respect you might forget, but please try to hold on to it and then land whatever you're saying after the other person. The other person ain't even getting a chance to finish speak. That's with respect, people. Big up all the followers, all the gifters, man. Trust me, it means a lot. Like I said, my Daily Antics one on YouTube. Hit that follow, like, and subscribe. People will be appreciated. People, you don't know what I do on TikTok all the time. Big up everyone that's coming up here, everyone that's feeling brave to come up and say their piece. Big up everyone that's following, that's supporting the movement. Because all I'm trying to do is, make a change within the, with what's going on out here, as you can see on your screen. So big up everyone that's on the panel. Like I said, they show the appreciation to one another with respect. Big up yourselves.
Yeah, definitely. This is a platform, obviously, to get awareness out of there, and I think Daily Antics does a really good job of it. And obviously, everybody's allowed their opinion on this, but all basically, the main goal of this channel is to just obviously raise awareness of what is going on TikTok in front of everybody's eyes, and where we could go and make a difference and try and make it right. And we all were talking about it, making people aware. Some people may not have been aware. Some people may have not. If we never spoke about this, they could have went on tomorrow, felt really sorry for her, gifted them a lot of money that they may not have had, but they feel sorry for her. But then we're getting it out there that actually this is what this person's like, because there's new people coming onto TikTok all the time. I mean, my mum's just downloaded TikTok and she's never been on it now. My mum could just come across her, think, oh my goodness, and feel sorry for her, like lots of people do. And it just putting fuel on the fire and making the situation 10 times worse. So it's just a positive thing that we're trying to do in here. Sometimes the conversations digress, conversations do, but that is the main goal of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You know what?
Big up
No
yourself.
matter what
Big
we
up yourself.
say
One minute. Let me just
anyway.
add one little bit. I was wanted to add on to what Miss Blunt said, and I promise you, James, you can go. Obviously, big up yourself, Ems, for that, because obviously, like I said, I need the people like that to obviously put it out there, even though Will.i.am is obviously doing what I'm saying. But people, just remember, you know, when people are gifting, I mean, people like this, that means you're just as bad as her because you're enabling her to be able to do what she's doing. And when you're gifting her, you're making her feel like you're giving her the energy to do much more than what she's doing, if that makes sense. Do you get what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. When many people are out there gifted, I'm not telling nobody to do what you know, not what to do with your money, because it's each your own. You all worked for it. But I would like to believe that some of you that would have a bit of care to believe that if you are gifting someone, you're gifting them for the positive, what they're trying to bring out there to the community that you live amongst, rather than the negative. This woman here is bringing men back to her house, recording them and putting them on the internet. They've got family members, they've got children, they've got cousins, and this woman here is belittling them on the internet in front of 5,000 viewers. How is there any, how is she getting any respect there? But then there's other people doing much more positive stuff than that and ain't getting even a viewing. So she's negativity in other people's lives to better her life. That doesn't make sense. If I was doing that to women, what would I be called? Where would I be right now? I'll be incarcerated. Why is she still just allowed to just maneuver and get about? It's sad to see, man. There's women out there like this. Guys, you just need to be aware of this woman's face, please. Please, when you see this woman, just be aware. Carry on, people.
Exactly the same as what you've just said. That's what I was just about to say. People are still gifting and knowing what she's about.
Sad to see that people are willing to just gift negativity. Like, people are willing to gift her to buy more alcohol just for her to mess up somebody else's life, for you not to get entertainment, and for her to, move how she's moving. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I thought we lived in a community where people would be like, "Raw, what are you doing?" Like, do what Torin done, tell the guy to get out the house because that guy is in danger. What if that guy acted out of character and done things out of what he didn't even know because he was a bit afraid of being in that place. There's girls like this that's locking guys in the house and taking their their items, and saying that they can't move. What if a guy acted out of character and then we're watching live right in front of us a woman being unalive because a guy is scared of the situation she's happily put him in, and she's doing this all for clout, and there's not all of us lot, but there's people that's gifting it and laughing and thinking that it's okay when it's really not. What if that was your son? What if that was your uncle, your dad, your brother that's gone to check a woman that she's been speaking to on the internet he thought was okay, and then she's taken something of him, locked him in the house and saying that he can't go? She had an accomplishment that had a police on the phone, and all the police is saying to her is, just tell me your address, could you tell me the postcode, if you want me to play the video, I'll play the video for you. This is the person that's copying what she's doing. There's another woman, like I said, many people put her name in the comments earlier on. There's another woman copying what this woman's doing here. And many people on the internet were saying that, no, what people see, people don't copy. And I said, yes, they do. I'm telling you that they do. I had a whole live about it. And people are saying, no, no, no. And then now we can see it here. And this is what I say to many people. When I get my downloads, who knows, you would see it might not happen straight away, but it would happen eventually. And this is self-explanatory. What I was saying to people about, a month ago, look what's happening now. There's a woman that's copying this woman here. And they're inviting men back to their house, into their kitchens, and they're recording men at vulnerable stages and putting them in vulnerable stages, putting alcohol down, not pushing it to their mouth, but, enticing them to drink more alcohol, to lock her door and, to plan to take things off.
I think that girl is more dangerous than Emma.
She gives culture a bad name. She gives different cultures a bad name. That's how I see it.
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. 100%. I would definitely agree. And this woman's got family members. What happened to her family members? How come none of her family members ain't speaking to her and saying, "No, look here, what are you doing?"
But look what happened to Rob's family. Rob, now the old guy who's with them just now, Rob, his family fell out with him. And then they started talking, and now he's back again with her because he was up there. His children fell out with him.
Do you see what I'm saying? This is ruining families. This is ruining families, people. And this is ruining people's families. Like, it's not just ruining. This is not a girl just going out there and just doing her thing. She's got a plan in place. This is premeditated. She's thinking about this along the way, and she's ruining families, people. But people are gifting it and enabling this girl to make her believe that he's okay with what she's doing. But if it was me doing that, I wouldn't even be standing here now. I wouldn't be able to be doing any lives.
No, I know you wouldn't.
Do you know what I mean? How is that fair? So if it's what's good, what my nan used to say is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
The gander.
Do you know what I mean? Like if I can't do that, how comes a woman's allowed to just go out there, go to a bus stop? Hello, mate, you all right? Want to come back to mine for a drink? All right, let's go. And then here he is on the internet being viewed by 5,000
That's how I think
people.
the law should change as well. Instead of us checking on the men should be able to check on the women.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough. If women are allowed to check on us and we've got nothing to hide and it should be cool, why can't we be allowed to check on the women as well then? Vice versa. There's women out there doing what men do. Do you know what I mean? So why
Because
can't we
there's a
check on
lot of
them?
dangerous women
Can I
out there
just
now.
say one thing, please?
Go ahead, feel free.
Doesn't she take their phones off them though when they're there and they're not allowed to go on their phone and socialise?
Yeah, she does. She tells them she's not allowed to go live and things. Yeah.
I've witnessed that. Oh, 1 minute, people, please. I know. All right, so someone's come up and given information about things that none of us did know. So, all right, so we're going to allow her to land and then we're going to respond, please, with respect. So, okay, could you carry on then, S, with respect? Go ahead.
So the law says you can do a Clare's Law on a ex-partner or current partner or a partner or ex-partner of a family member or friend. It doesn't matter on what gender it is. That'd be illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so listen to the word you said. The law states that you can do it on an ex-partner for a woman. However, so for a man. Wait, pause. However, if you look at it, I think you've got to go on the government website, whatever. If you are a girl and you are speaking to a guy, you can get a Clare's Law done on that guy before he becomes a partner or an ex-partner or whatever, whereas you can't do the same for a woman.
You can.
I've just Googled it and it says you can only...
I believe you.
Right, yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
Have respect. Come on. That's not the disrespect. That's let everybody speak. Come on. That's let everybody speak.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but think of it from a different way. Could you have a law that says, because that's what it is, it's a law. Could you have a law that says a man can do one thing, but a woman can't do another thing?
Yes, you can, and I'll give you an example right now. Did you know that it is impossible, and listen to the words I'm saying, impossible, for a woman to grape a man?
Yeah, it is. Women can only...
And why is it impossible? Why is it impossible, Cornish? Conscious?
The reason why is because a woman has a hole and a man doesn't, which is what is classed as rape.
No, so basically the terminology is the reason why it is impossible for a lady to grape a man, however, only men can grape women, is because the definition of grape is a male organ entering a female organ. So they've made the word grape, the definition for it to be grape, it has to be a man entering a woman forcibly or unconsensual or whatever. Whereas we know that there are plenty of men that have been essayed or graped by women due to blackmail or whatever the case may be. But a woman can't be done for grape because it is impossible for them to do it. So is that not a law that favours women instead of men? Just saying.
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, that's to do with
Can I just say something though about the Clare's Law? That's what I jumped up about quickly. With a Clare's Law, what she's saying is correct. If you as a man, I don't know, say you, Will.i.am, yeah, for instance, say you're chatting to a woman, yeah, you're a little bit sus, there's something not quite sitting right, you need to just make sure you can apply for a Clare's Law on that woman and you will get the info within a week or two if they feel that it is necessary and it is for your safety and they feel that you need to know about it because it's for your safety and anyone around.
Conscious.
But
conscious. Remember what you just said. Conscious. If they deem it fit. And if we already know
Hold on. I'm going to tell you.
Wait. Allow him to finish, please. And then obviously we'll speak on, please, with respect. That's with respect, though. So carry on, Will.i.am, and then obviously you can finish.
Yeah. So this is because all of you ladies, because you're saying the right things. However, you're not listening to what you're saying. In the situation, it is in a male situation, it's if they deem it fit for you to have the information. yeah? In a woman's case, it doesn't matter if they deem it fit or not. She's a woman and she needs to be safe and blah, blah, blah.
Rubbish, I've done a Claire's Law. I've done a Claire's Law literally this year. I've done a Claire's Law literally this year on some guy, and guess what? Yes, I got the info, but they had said to me, we will only give you the info if we deem it fit for you to know the information. The same way if a man applies for it about a woman.
You know, and wait, pause.
No, wait. Hang on.
This is,
hang on. Wait. Hello. Will.i.am.
I can explain why.
Hello, Will.i.am. You're gonna have to pause as well, bro. You're gonna have to pause. What I was gonna say was, with respect, Will.i.am, I did tell you to wait for her to finish. I did wait for her to tell you to finish. So we've got to wait for her to land. I know she sounds very passionate, but could we please allow her to land and then we can speak on after? It didn't sound like she was finished, with respect. So could we allow her to finish, please? Carry on. I don't even have to say the name. Sorry, with respect. Carry on.
I hadn't finished.
Conscious. Sorry. Carry on, Conscious. Carry on.
But my point is, Will.i.am is sat there saying that, it's not the same for men and women. But it is exactly the same process for a man and a woman when you do a Claire's Law. And the only reason I know that is because I know a man that has done a Claire's Law and he had exactly the same outcome that I did. Exactly the same. He got the same responses, the same everything that I got from a Claire's Law. So, yes, it works exactly the same for a man and a woman when you apply for a Claire's Law. So I please beg you, Will.i.am, do not sit there and try and tell me when I have experienced it for myself and a man that I know has experienced it for himself, yeah? Don't try and tell me or anyone that it is not the same on a Claire's Law when a man and a woman apply for it, because it goddamn well is. Exactly the same process. There is no difference in man or woman applying. That is facts.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So in terms of, and this is the reason why we have to be like leave the emotions at the door, yeah? Let me ask this question, Conscious, yeah? Between a man and a woman, in society, who is deemed more dangerous, a man or a woman, when it comes to the relationship aspect?
A man is deemed more dangerous, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, no.
Wait, stop. People, listen. Will.i.am, what you're doing wrong, brother, is what you need to realize is, remember, it's people's time to speak. You can't. What you're doing is you're speaking, but you're asking a question for people to speak. They're gonna speak on, brother. So what you need to do is speak on, say your land and let them respond. Because when you're saying true or false, they're gonna say true. Blah 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 blah.
But it's a yes or no. It's a yes or no question.
Yeah, I know, but nowadays, brother, we've already learned from many times before when I've done lives. People don't. It's not this with respect. People are very more passionate. People are very more passionate than yes or no, brother. We know that.
Yeah, can I just interject?
1 minute. We already know that, Will.i.am. So please, with respect, my brother, when you're speaking about something, just speak it, say it as it is, and land, so people can even speak on and respond.
Cool. So I'll just finish it by saying this. At the end of the day, if me, a man, yeah, big black man like I am, yeah, goes to the feds and say, "Sir, kind sir, I'm dating this woman and she's a bit booky and I'd like to have her information so I can see if she's a bad person or not." By me asking that, yeah, there are plenty of men out there that would do that in order to gain information about someone that they're stalking or whatever the case may be, yeah? Police are very, very reluctant to give their information and treat it equally, like we're saying, equality, yeah, for all that nonsense when it comes to the sex between men and women. They're more likely to give to women their information because they deem women, remember what the terms we're using? Deem women as the safer and less volatile sex, even though in reality, we're basically as bad as each other. But man, them, more often than not, when it comes to situations where they're not with the woman, yeah, are getting rejected. And I see that all the time with men groups and stuff that I deal with and blah, blah, blah. But it is what it is. Everyone's experience is different. So, it is what it is.
Please let me go now.
Can I just add a point onto what Will.i.am has said? I hear what you're saying, Will.i.am, but all I'm going to say, that is just your opinion. That is not facts, what you said. That is just your opinion and your feelings about the situation. When I have sat here and I have given you hard, factual facts, and you're declining them, and you're saying, "Oh, but who's more aggressive? Who's more dangerous, man or woman?" What? Because you couldn't rebuttal what I said. I'm sorry, but I'm going to sit here and say it. I came with facts, and then because you couldn't answer and argue what I said, you then decided to turn it and go, "Oh, but who's more dangerous, man or woman?" Come on, Will.i.am. Come
No,
on.
so can I rebuttal? Can I rebuttal?
Literally
Can I
that.
rebuttal? If possible, can I rebuttal? So in terms of this situation, technically speaking, you haven't come with facts, you've come with your anecdotal experience, just like I've come with my anecdotal experience. You say you've come with facts, and so you said you explained your situation and so on and so forth. I've explained my situation where I've dealt with men that have been through the process as well in terms of advising and so on and so forth. Realistically speaking, the reason why I used that example was to illustrate that there isn't such thing as equality. Men and women are not treated the same when it comes to this situation. And I gave you as something that we all know and understand that men are deemed more dangerous than men. So when the quote unquote police are doing their investigation or seeing it if they deem fit, if it's reasonable for this person to have the information or not, more often than not, they're not going to give a random man that they don't know from Adam who's requesting this information of a person, because it does give personal details. And like I said, if I'm a man that is stalking you and I'm dangerous and I want to know stuff about you, so on and so forth, all I have to do is pretend that me and you are dating, get your information, and then Bob's your uncle, I can do whatever I want, innit?
Yeah, well, it goes both ways.
Can I just say something?
I think women can just be as aggressive as men.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
all you've
women.
got to do is go online, pop in a few details, type in the person's name, their details, what your concerns are, and then you will get a phone call back within a week or so, and they will let you know, wagwan, or you will get a response back within a few days to let you know whether you're going to get a phone call with the information or not.
When I declared law, I didn't have to reply. The police rang me because he was that bad.
There you go, look.
Right, but can I just say something, please? So, when I jumped up, it was men can't do it against women, right? We confirmed that was wrong information, fair enough, it happens. So then it's being spun to, well, the men that I've dealt with and the men that in groups or whatever haven't had that experience, but that experience that you're talking about, one, isn't what we were actually talking about, and two, I can't lie, sounds a bit made up because it was to come back at something when you've been told it was wrong. All I'm going to say is, if a man was to go to the police and say, I'm speaking to someone, I'm seeing someone, blah, 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 whatever, they would have the same response as when a woman does it to a man. They'll be saying, and I can't lie, I won't even say that actually because it's an opinion. But anyway, they're going to say the same thing. One, how he is, what's the relationship? Find out how deep it goes. And then if they deem it far enough, they're going to give you the information, if there is any information to give. Whether that's man, woman, cat, dog, whatever, it's across the board. I get where you're saying.
Can I interject if possible?
Go on.
Because some of the stuff you're saying is so you're making it seem like I'm deviating, I'm moving the goalpost. No. What I said was that when it comes to men and women, being able to utilize Claire's law, equally, it is not the case. If a man and woman because the man and woman in a relationship is totally different. They're in a relationship, ex-partners, whatever the case may be, that's different because that can come to legal aspects and so on and so forth. So, for example, if a man is in a relationship with his ex or whatever, and with his missus, they have a kid, the woman breaks up or whatever, and it's doing a madness, and my man wants to get custody of his kid, he can do a Claire's law in order to get information about her to utilize within court about how bad she is and all that does. Totally different situation. I'm talking about, and what we're talking about is, you would.
Will.i.am done a Claire's law herself?
So in terms of this situation, when it comes to a man seeing a girl or whatever, and like, oh, I like that girl, but instead, before me jump into a relationship or whatever, let me go do a Claire's law and get that information. The term that keeps on being used is if they deem it fit, which shouldn't be the case, because at the end of the day, it's not about whether they deem or not. It's what that person wants information about this person because they could be entering a relationship. When it comes to women, there is no hassle or free or whatever, because women are deemed as the weaker sex and blah, blah, blah. So the information is there for them to be able to utilize. That's why it's Claire's law for women and all of this nonsense. It's basically for women. Let's be real. Lord have mercy.
You know why it's called Claire's law?
I know why it's clear. Yes, I know know what. I do know what.
And
No,
also,
yes,
I've got another question. I've got another question, yeah, just quickly. Have you ever sat and done a Claire's Law request for yourself?
Classified.
Oh, wow. Can't even answer that. Yeah, you're saying classified because you know you haven't. And what you're saying is just opinion based and what other people have told you, which is why you won't answer whether you've done a Claire's Law on someone yourself. Why is it such a big secret? Us women have come up here and said that we've done Claire's Law on men. So why is it such a big secret, Will.i.am? Because you know what you're saying.
You want to give your,
one minute, people. One minute, people. So you see this clear law stuff. I'm not gonna lie. What? So you see this clear law stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know where to stick it. I mean, just even start of where to look. But what is the problem if someone wanted to go and check up on someone? If they want to do that, remember, many people's got family members, and if these women are bringing certain guys around their family members and they want to go and do a background check, and that guy's got nothing to hide, then there should be nothing wrong with that person going to do a check. Because remember, if you're bringing a guy back to your family household or you're introducing someone to your family, you need to know who you're bringing back to your household. Because there's many guys that can wear a mask and it looks pretty, but when the real mask comes off, trust me, it's a scary sight and underneath. So if someone wants to do a Claire's Law check, I would be proud and loud to say, yeah, I've done a Claire's Law check on 20,000 women if I had to. Because, if that's the case and that's what it is, and I'm bringing people around even though I wouldn't be.
So why are you hiding from it, Will.i.am? Why are you not just saying yes or no, you have? Why is it classified information? Doesn't make sense, bruv. Because again, like I said, and I will keep saying, the reason why you won't answer that question outright is because what you've been saying is all opinion based and it is not based off of an experience of your own personal experience. It is just what others have told you and what your hold on a minute, Will.i.am. I haven't finished, man. You expect everyone else to allow you to sit down and finish what you've got to say, and everyone's got to shut up and listen to you. But guess what? How about you sit down once in your life and shut up and listen to other people and give other people a space to speak? Anyway, I'm going on mute because you've clearly got more important to say.
Wow, wait. 1 minute, Will.i.am. 1 minute. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Obviously, do you know? I'm not trying to stir anything, but I need to ask because she sounds very angry with you, bro. Like to say you lot had conversations before.
Brother, never. No, don't actually.
It's the way he's going on here, how he's acting all funny, like, I don't know, like, won't answer certain questions, he's giving an opinion. He hasn't actually got the evidence or the facts on what he's saying. It's just his opinion and what other people have
He's
said.
actually done nothing wrong.
No, it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing to watch. Wow.
No, do you know what it is? She spoke from personal experiences and you're basically downplayed what she's told you. That's what's frustrating.
Unfortunately, I just want to put that out there. I'm not angry, by the way. I'm not angry. This is passion. Yeah, this is passion, not anger.
Unfortunately, people don't want to listen. They want to selectively hear. At no point have I downplayed what she said. I've agreed with what she said. If you listen, I said, you're right. But unfortunately, because people want to do the whole emotional feelings, and then it's like boom, boom, bam. She can say what she wants. I said classified. If she wants to make an opinion for me saying I'm classified by saying you didn't bring no facts and that's her prerogative.
No, not about that bit.
I'm gonna say
you're picking and choosing what you want to hear.
Oh, I'm picking and choosing.
She wasn't speaking about you saying it's classified.
So let's let Perfect speak, but go ahead, Perfect.
She wasn't speaking about you saying it's classified. She was speaking about you saying when it comes down to a woman, you don't get the same information that you get if it was a man. But she said to you that she got the same information that someone she knows that was a male got that same information. And you went on to say it's not the case.
So once again, I didn't say that it wasn't the case. That's what I'm saying. People don't listen. You didn't.
You did say that.
No, you did. No, I didn't.
Okay, so if the man you're accusing saying that he didn't, allow him to say what he did say. Then
so in terms, like I said, this is where selective hearing comes, and listening skills need to be applied instead of doing the emotions, feeling stuff. Yeah, I said, when it comes to a situation which all of the ladies have used the term of, if the feds deem it fit. It has nothing to do with this information that they get given, because if they are given the information, said, yep, you can have this, all of the information that they deem that they need necessary is going to be given to them. Yeah. My argument is, like I used a reference, because like I said, I've dealt with many men that have been through this process. Yeah. I'm not going to go into personals because that's classified. And obviously the people's names and so on and so forth I'm not going to go into because that is classified. But when it comes to this situation, when it comes to society, men are deemed as the threat in society against when it comes to the sexes, yeah? Cool. So if men are deemed the threat, when feds decide, you know what, I don't deem it fit that you should have this information because of this reason, which is more time they don't want to admit that is my man's a man and they don't really want to be giving man information for a woman that he's just met or whatever the case may be, because in society, men are deemed as the aggressors, the danger, blah, blah, blah. And it would be plausible to say, well, hold on a minute. If I give this guy this information about this woman, he could be a stalker, he could be this, he could be that. We don't know. And this relationship, which they've just had a first date and he wants to do a Claire's Law, they're less likely to give that man the information versus a woman who's just had a date with this guy, has left the date, is like, you know what, police officer, Mr. Man, I want to have this guy's information. I've just had a date with him 20 minutes or an hour ago, whatever the case may be. I really like him, but I want to do a Claire's Law just to make sure that everything's okay. They will say, yep, perfect. Why? Because they deem it fit versus the guy. But I'm mute anyway. You guys continue.
What she just said versus the guy, the same experience, he got the same response.
Can I say what he's just said just quickly, and then I'm going to go back on mute. It's what he's just said quickly, yeah? That's kind of funny, really, because it's what I've already said to you, William, and I don't think you've actually listened to me. If a woman goes and does a Claire's Law, guess what? They will say on the form when you are applying, you will only be given the information if we deem it fit for you to know it. And if it is for your safety, the same way they will say that to a man. So it's not just about a man will get that response. A woman will get that response as well. It's if there is convictions or no further action cases on that person, they will get information, whether you are man or woman, and we will get the same response that a man will. If we deem it fit and for your purposes, we will let you know what the outcome is and what
I've said has gone over your head. What I've said has gone over your head. But anyway, continue.
I've got a question. Will.i.am. So when I jumped up because I heard you say that men can't do Claire's Laws against women. You've then just said you know many men who have been through this and done this. Can you just clarify what side of the fence you're on, please? Because I'm a bit confused over here.
No, can I just say something before anybody jumps in? I think I understand both points of view, and it's just a little bit of a confusion, I think, here. What Conscious is saying is Conscious is talking about the process. If you were to read it on a piece of paper, that is the process. So yeah, but what I think Will.i.am saying is that in reality, because of prejudiced people and the way society thinks and the way it is, men are seen as the aggressor, men are less likely to get that information because they aren't going to deem it fit because he's a man, because of the people who are making these decisions. So it's not
what you're saying. But at the same time, say if me and Will.i.am start talking, right, and I'm an absolute crank, I've slashed me ex-fella's tyres, I've smashed stuff up, I've been accused of stalking people, I've done the most as this crazy girl, right? And then me and him start talking and he goes, do you know what, I'm gonna go and do a Claire's Law on it. You can't tell me that if they look and go, she's got this big list of stuff, they're not gonna hand it over just because he's a man. I understand that there's prejudice. I understand that men get treated differently further down the line, and a woman can 100% do things to themselves. I get all of that he said.
Yeah, but why can't men get it?
No, men can get it. But what I'm saying is, all this is one, he needs to make up what side of the fence he's on, because he doesn't, I'm hearing all kinds of it, it's not making sense. But two, if at this stage it's not an arrest, it's not You're not taking anyone to court. You're not accusing anyone of doing anything. It's literally, hey, officer, I'm about to start seeing someone and I'm a bit skeptical. Can you just do this? They can't then tell him no, because if I've got convictions, or it's not even convictions, it can be of multiple, if you've been wronged and you've been NFA'd, they have to tell you.
What was that? Privileges what?
Privilege is invisible to those that receive it.
Okay. Do you guys agree with that?
No, at this point, he's talking about selective hearing, but he's doing
I
it
agree
himself.
to the statement, but not in this context.
People, 1 minute. Perfect was, obviously, I did ask a question. Perfect did speak. You can go after her with respect. What was that, Perfect?
I just think that he's talking about selective hearing and all of these things, but he's the one that's being selective. People are not disagreeing with him, but it's going over his head what she said. She's speaking from experience. So how can you disagree with that?
And at this point, I have to say what he's saying. I think we all have to take that he's talking as a point of view, because he's not letting us know whether he's done a clear with someone.
Someone just put in the comments, you can only get a Clare's Law if they've got DV on the convictions. Well, that's a lie, because when my partner got arrested, they pulled me in and they just told me about his previous, and there wasn't one DV on it. They give it me anyway.
So can we get this correct? Can I get this correct? Because I don't know. Please, can I go and get what's it called, on a woman if I wanted to? So say I was meeting a lady.
Lady Antics, let me just explain it to you just quickly,
Can you really have a new
Say for saying sake, me and you started talking, yeah? We're on a talking level. You're liking what you see, you're liking what you're hearing, da-da-da-da-da. But then there's a couple of little things that I've said, you're like, rah, this woman could be a little bit tax, you know? You could get straight online on the Clare's Law website, put in an application, and then they will decide whether, depending on what's on my file, whether I've been arrested or whatever the situation may be, if they deem it fit, you need to know that I've got a violent past like that, which they probably will. Guess what? They will let you know. The same way, if I was to go and do a Clare's Law on you right now, Daily Antics, you can have a whole heap of things, but they are only going to give me the information if they deem it fit for me to know that information.
Okay.
What'll be on
I'll
mine?
back
It's
these
just on
up.
my
I didn't think you could get it on a girl. I just thought you could get it on a lad. So I'll back these up.
Let me see what S down in the bottom wants to put up on the big screen. Thank you.
So on mine then, I'll just be a cycle.
Hang on.
So just quickly before this continues, yeah? We've just had a massive discussion about this young lady on the screen. How obviously what she does when she's on live and all this stuff is a bag of nonsense, blah, 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 blah. We've had people come up. Obviously, one of the gentlemen that came up has read the terms and conditions extensively, and it shows that obviously a lot of the stuff that people are doing on TikTok is bannable, account gone, reference, so on and so forth. Yet they're still able to do it. But if one of us normal Tom, Dick and Harrys or whatever were to do it, our page will get shut down. Just like multiple people can go and apply for a mortgage, it doesn't mean they're going to get it. Like, what are we doing here? And that's what I tried to explain to people. But unfortunately, because obviously this whole women versus men thing and blah, 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 and I'm a misogynist and da-da-da-da-da, people don't like the way I'm speaking. I don't care about how I speak. I'm giving out the factual information, because there are plenty of men out there that have gone and done this and haven't been, quote unquote, given the information because it hasn't been deemed fit. However, I don't know what
just told me that that's a lie and men can't do it.
I have. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay, so how can you say that men that have done it and they haven't been given the information when I came in here? You were saying men can't do it. Regardless of that fact, it happens to women as well. Some women will say, can I have this information? And the police will say no. But to throw your mortgage one back at you, yeah, I can apply for a mortgage and you can apply for the same mortgage. You might get it, I might not. Why? Because of certain things. I can apply for the Clare's Law and you can apply for the Clare's Law. Both for the same reasons, but on different people. I might not get it. One, they might not have any in there and they'll go, yeah, not on whatever. If there is information there to give and you can prove that you are, one, speaking to this person, to have open, regular communication, and it is going somewhere for whatever reason, you will get that whether you're a man or a woman. So the mortgage thing doesn't really stand.
It's exactly
You're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Ladies, you're right. Ladies, you're right. I'm wrong. You're right. I'm wrong.
No, but I do agree with the Clare's Law, but people can change.
Right, guys,
That's
can
a whole
put me on
other-
big screen quickly?
So, can I ask, if it changes, does it get taken off?
Well, no, because it's still behaviour.
Right, so it stays on there for the rest. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Will.i.am, can you put me on big screen, please, or Daily Antics? Hey, like, that tells you what the Clare's Law is about. Clare's Law is composed of two elements, the right to ask and the right to know. The first element gives members of the public the right to request information about a potential abuser. The second allows police to disclose the information under some circumstances, helping to keep the public safe. Not helping to keep females safe or males safe, but to keep the public safe, which means men and women can do it. You see what we're saying there now, Will.i.am?
Okay, so once again, let me come with the smoke. In terms of this situation, what was the word you used? Beginning with R?
A bit more specific. Why not just say the word? Why not just say?
No, what was the word you used beginning with R?
Well, I've used a few words. You need to be a bit more specific.
So when you were speaking in this, you said two elements, a right, yeah. So a right to know, yeah.
Yeah, a right.
If it's a right, then it's not whether the police deem it fit. Just like firearms in America is a right. We don't have a right in the UK to bear arms. In America, it is a right to bear arms. So you can't stop someone from doing something if it is a right. You can't deny someone or something if it is a right. So they've literally contradicted themselves. You're missing a point. I'm using that as an example. They've contradicted themselves, because if something is a right, that means that it cannot be taken away from you. It cannot be stopped. It is a right. You have a right to know. So if I have a right to know, there is no if we deem it fit, and that deem it fit bit comes into play. You're right. I can't be asked to argue. For those that don't want to listen, it is what it is. But you're right. I'm good. You're right. I apologize. I was wrong. You're right.
Obviously now, people, that's just obviously with obviously I am saying in a way that obviously if you have got a point, it is good to put it across. But at the same time, if you do feel you're getting nowhere, I do understand what you're saying. If you do feel that you was in the wrong truly and you're saying, right, boom, you know what? You apologize and you know what it is, and it is what it is, because that's what's in front of you is in front of you. With great respect, and it is what it is. But all I am saying,
I'm being real. I'm being sarcastic. I'm not lying. I have to put it out there. I'm being sarcastic, but it is what it is.
Oh, so you do still disagree then?
Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes the sky is red in it. If you're saying the sky is blue and people don't want to listen and say, no, the sky is red. The sky is red in it. I can't be asked. I'm tired, my brother. I'm tired.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Big up yourself, obviously, at the same time. Big up all the ladies that's up here. Like I said, big up everyone that's putting the facts out there, because like I said, as much as they feel that, someone could remember, how much people are out there that would feel that they're in competition or being that challenge of what they're saying and back down and see what they're saying, but no one ain't backing down. Everyone's saying what they're saying and standing firm. So big up for everyone that's out there doing this. But like I'm saying, people, just remember, everything and anything that you're hearing on this panel is true facts and real life stuff that you're hearing from people that they've been through and what they've gone through and what they know that people's been through, So with respect, I'm just saying, tapping up the screen will be appreciated at the same time. Big up all the gifters, all the followers, everyone that's, here, appreciated with respect. Big up everyone that's on the panel putting real facts, lives out there about their things that they've been through, because like I said, no one needs to come up here and speak about anything, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, anyone can be anywhere at this time. So big up everyone, and I appreciate that everyone's, big up everyone that's come up here and put everything out there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But what I'm trying to say is, back to what I'm trying to say now, ladies, is with respect, there are women out this, and not just one or two, there's many more that's out there doing this. And obviously, like I said, I'm going to bring us to a close real soon. But all I'm saying is that this woman is out here. She's bringing back men to her house, vulnerable men at that. She's making them, she's getting them intoxicated. She's making them take all other stuff. So no, she's not making them, because I'm not there to see her make them. But she's around them and making them, having them, being around them in a vulnerable state, and adding to the vulnerability. You know what I mean? She's not, better in the situation. She's making it worse by, giving them more drink. I would like to believe if you're around someone and they're intoxicated, you'll wait for them to kind of sober up, get them home safe or whatever and whatnot. But this woman is making it worse, and she's got an ulterior motive because she does it all the time, to the point of where another person's copying her and doing the same thing. So
do you know where are you aware where she come from?
I don't really know exact where she comes from.
No, I mean like in the sense of where her social media started and that.
Oh well, it started on.
And then, like why her name is the way she is and that. Like
Okay.
She was on Facebook.
1 minute. Miss Blondie would explain that to you with respect because she did say a little piece. Go ahead, Miss Blondie, with respect. Thank you.
Oh no. I am fully aware that I was just making sure that you were.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've just Googled, you can only get a Claire's Law if they use the real name. Well, Ems doesn't use her real name, so we could get a Claire's Law on her.
No, but
okay,
anyone...
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
You take care. Enjoy your evening.
I'm just going in the background. I'm coming off.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for letting me up, okay? Good night.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye. Love you all. Right, how do I get on?
So what was that? I'll drop it. What was that? You were saying that you can only do a Claire's Law if you know the real name.
If you use your real name. Well, Ems doesn't use her real name, so you couldn't do a Claire's Law on her.
A quick search on Facebook is not.
Yeah, you could do a Claire's Law on her because she has put her name out there. She has actually told people what her actual name is, and she has explained why she uses that name. I can't remember.
Yeah, but she's dead manipulative.
Yeah, she is. She is.
That doesn't matter anyway because the likes of me and you on the internet would never get the access to a Claire's Law, which is what we were saying before about if you have the right. We don't have the right to that information about Ems because she is a stranger on the internet.
She's bringing back to her house should be allowed to do it, but if she's using Ems and they don't even take on because she's that good at messing with the reds, they're not going to go, oh, well, we'll do Sarah.
I mean, in all fairness, she's that well known by the police where she's from that as soon as they mention her, the police will know who they're talking about anyway.
Can I just ask if anybody does know how do you prove that? So you can say, I can say anything on a form. I can say, right, I've been talking to this guy for such and such. We're planning to go on holiday, and really, it's not that. So how do you prove that to them?
I'm not sure on that.
I think Conscious might be the best one to answer that just because she has applied for one herself. I've never done it.
Right, I'm not going to get into it too much because I have seen the person here that I done it on, but in a nutshell...
Yeah, well, no, hang on. Daily, any chance you can mod her for like 2 seconds so she can get rid of them because that's absolutely disgusting and they can't be sitting in here.
I don't even know how to do all that. I know doing all that right now would be mad, but can't you say who the person is? I can get them to get blocked.
Right, I'm not going to do that. I'm not.
All right, okay. All right,
I'm not that person, and I haven't.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. I understand. You don't even have to explain yourself, really, to Judy, with respect. You know what I mean? You did say, well, obviously, people, that's with respect. I think we might have to give that one a miss then, because obviously, unless
I can kind of briefly say what I put, but I'm not going to go into detail.
Yeah, okay, no problem. All right, if you can do that with respect.
Pretty much is what I had said is I have concerns about X, Y, and Z, certain aspects. I have concerns, I'm in a relationship with them, and then they got back to me. So that's what I put, but I can't speak for everyone else and what they've put and what their reasons are for requesting and what they've put in the actual box where you type in what your reason is for asking for this information.
But you could have just, I mean, I'm not saying that this is the case at all, but you could say anything in that box. So how do the police know that it's your right to know that off the back of something that's just being wrote in a box, if you get what I mean? I don't know how that, I was just wondering how that process.
So Miss Blondie, can I break it down? If you don't mind me asking, so all right then, let me break it down like this. So are you saying that, all right then, bish bash bosh, I go out to Raven later on, I get with a woman tonight, I find that her name's called Betsy. Betsy's called Betsy Lou. In the morning, I say, all right, I like Betsy Lou, want to get together. Are you saying I can phone up and say, all right, then in the box, I say, Betsy Lou's known for DV, and she's known, I just think that she's known for, robbery. Are you telling me I can put that in a box and the police can get back to me with the information saying, yeah, she's known for this, that, and that? Are you telling me that's how easy it is, yeah?
I don't think it covers the likes of robbery and stuff. It's more like TV and stuff.
It does because I've been called in 3 times now for one through my exes. Two have had domestic violence. My partner that I'm with now has never had domestic violence, but he's had GUNS, and they called me in for that to speak to me, but he's never had violence.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Can I just say one thing?
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, yeah, see on Netflix, there's bare shows, like there's bare films on like people like getting abused, and basically I was watching one with my girlfriend like 2 days ago of like it was like some person, yeah, who's like husband is called locked in or something like that, and basically this is basically like a situation what happened here. So nah, it's not, but basically now. What was I gonna say? See the whole situation that's going on here with this Sarah lady, yeah. My honest opinion, yeah, is that like she should be cancelled, because it's not right what she's doing. That she's meeting vulnerable people, and why would she even want to be like letting a homeless man come into her house? Like that's just low,
And
man.
a Deliveroo guy. That's crazy. They literally come delivered her food and then came in for a bit, left his phone, and then a little while later come back.
Nah, that's done out. And then imagine now she has like a daughter or a son, and then what? And then her son will obviously know about TikTok when he gets older, and seeing her mum do that. That her family, I'm not even gonna. Her family should actually be ashamed of her.
See, to be fair, I'd be embarrassed if my kids who are 19 and 18 were getting videos of me being like that. I'd be embarrassed.
What would you do? What would you do, yeah, if your son called you saying, "Mom, I went to some girl's house after the club, and she took my phone, she took my wallet,
I'd find out where that girl was, and I'd absolutely, I'd be back in jail.
That's what I'm saying, though, man. Like, it's like what this world is just messed up now. Like the world ain't back how it was in like 2016, 2011 when there was no social media. Like social media just ruined everything.
When it comes to this situation, at the end of the day, it is one rule for one set of people, another rule for another set of people, one rule for a certain demographic, another rule for that. It just is divide and conquer at the end of the day. You know the one's there. But when it comes to this situation, until we accept reality and the truth that comes with it, we're not going to be able to move. More time,
What do you mean reality and truth that comes with this, bro?
So, because at the end of the day, obviously, so for example, yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
So,
you won't tell anyone.
So certain people might be able to resonate with this thing, because I saw it the other day and I was saying to myself, "Wow, yeah." So I can't remember the guy's name, yeah, but there's this guy. No homo, yeah. Obviously, man was flicking through or whatever. I saw it. I was like, burn that file. Flicked again, and obviously found out that obviously he had been blocked, yeah. But basically, what my man was doing is that he had grey jogging bottoms on. You know what I got, yeah. And then obviously there were loads of girls obviously gifting, doing the most, blah blah blah, doing the whole eyes thing, all that nonsense. Within a couple of minutes, obviously my man got blocked, yeah. Obviously shut down, so on and so forth. But there's another girl on this app that does a certain thing on here, showing a certain thing, getting bare simps up in there, gifting, and she can be on there for hours at a time, no issues, no blocking. Some people even go on. Yeah, some people even go on there and obviously like say, why is she doing that? Obviously some people hate, some people report, but she never gets blocked, never gets any issues, so on and so forth. Yeah. So we see these, and the thing is, realistically speaking, on TikTok's guidelines, they say you can't, there's a laundry list of things that you can't do, rightly so. However, in reality, it doesn't always go that way. Some people get away with it, other people don't. So when we accept the truth and reality that, yes, on paper, there's this, that, and you can't do this, can't do that, and blah, 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 you can do this, you can do that. In reality, it doesn't always work that way. And that's the truth that I'm trying to get people to understand. That, yes, obviously certain things are written, but the truth of the matter is, it's not the same thing. It's not, this world isn't equal. no one, if people, people may be able to go through the same process, but at the end of the day, when it comes to selection or actually receiving that item or whatever, you're not gonna get it. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Like it all depends on whatever their motive or their narrative is at that time. If for some reason the world, whoever controls this world bangs their head and then turns around and says, you know what? From now on, we're only gonna be supporting mandem. Yeah. Ladies are gonna soon find out that obviously this world isn't actually fair. You know, no one's there. But for now, whoever's running this whole world and that has decided that ladies, them are the ones that are going to be getting all of the thing and so on and so forth, which in reality, you know, in some cases isn't necessarily a bad thing, but in the world we live in today, it is a bad thing because the good ladies, the ones that are doing their best and so on and so forth and are not necessarily utilizing these things that are there for them, aren't using it, but when it comes time to using it, they can't, or there's issues. Why? Because those bad people that understand that the way the world works and are utilizing these things to get one up on everyone or one up on their person or whatever is ruining it for the good people. Do you know what I mean? So we just have to be honest about that situation. But unfortunately, it is what it is, man. This world's fucked and it's gonna stay fucked. It is what it is. Excuse my French.
It's crazy, people, man. It's so wild. You get me? It's so wild. Does anyone got anything to say though? With respect.
Hi, I just wanted to say something quickly.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone. I've been listening for a while, and I decided to join just now, sorry, because I was doing something. But you know how earlier, obviously I don't want to bring it back up for everyone to say, but I just want to finish my point. You know how earlier will.i.am was saying something about if the police deem it that you can get it, and it's like disproportionate of like men can get the Clare's Law and women can't get the Clare's Law? Can or can't, you know, yeah. He was saying women can get it more than men get it. And the women were trying to like push this narrative to be like, no, it's your right and you should get it. My personal experience was I went through a situation with my son's father and I applied for one. I was rejected on it. 6 months down the line, when I ended up in the police station, the guy looking over the counter was like, you should have come to us. Like, this is like just looking at his screen and I'm on the other side of the desk and he was like, you should have come to us. This is ridiculous. And said he was going to print me out something. And I was like, I did come to you. I did apply for the Clare's Law and it was rejected. So like for him to then hand me a piece of paper that was so like ridiculous, explaining everything on there, I was rejected for something that I should have known. That I did request because I needed, you know, I knew it. I just really needed to see for myself that I wasn't going crazy. And they then backtracked on themselves 6 months down the line. Do you get what I mean?
Sorry to hear that, sweet man. I'll ask a question in terms of the situation. You don't have to answer because that's personal. Roughly when did that happen? Was that like a couple of years ago recently?
This was in 2017.
Do you know what though? I'll sit here and back up some women though, right? I had a Clare's Law. They called me in for my ex, right? And they told me everything, and I decided not to listen, right? And now I'm in that position, like others. He's on remand at the minute for essay on me, till court with me. But I've got to have some girls back. Some girls will just think, oh, no, it won't happen to me. He won't do it and everything.
Yeah, some people are like that. You're right, babe.
He did.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, obviously, will.i.am might have sounded a bit like he was sound like a bit like, you know, like if you get it and you get the paperwork and it's like, oh, well, it worked for me and it worked for everyone else I know. But there has been cases for females, or there has been cases in general where obviously I applied for it, they said no, and by the time the guy was at the desk with me and was like, this is ridiculous, they also handed me a letter saying it wasn't safe for me to go back to my house based on retaliation of the arrest.
See, so I didn't even apply for mine. The police rang me, found me through Facebook that I was with him, and the police rang me and asked me to come in. They said, well, they rang me and went, are you safe to talk? And I went, yeah. And they went, right, we need you to come in and everything. And so I went, right, okay, come in. And they went, right, we want to give you a Clare's Law. So I had the Clare's Law and I thought, oh, it won't happen to me, blah, blah, blah. Thinking, oh, no, it's changed. But no.
Yeah, some of the stuff is really hard. Like my one was literally, they gave me a straight letter and was like, because we're going to arrest him, it's now not safe for you to go home because his record shows that after arrest, he's now going to reoffend worse. But I had applied for a Clare's Law time before that, and they rejected it, which made me think, okay, cool, there's nothing on there. If I don't need it and you don't deem it that I need it, that's fine. But really and truly, if we take it into account, I had his child. I was having issues with him. We wasn't together and he was being threatening. I should have been entitled to it, really.
That sounds like they
neglect.
Sorry to cut you, Conscious. That's neglect is an understatement. But that sounds like so in terms of, because when you're saying that, obviously they said they're going to arrest him. That sounds like they were backtracking because where they knew they were going to arrest him, and if they hadn't of where it's on the system that you requested and it was denied, had they not obviously like nicely and gave you the information and anything was to happen, like you went back or whatever, that would go back on them. You know, that was there. Because we have to be honest about the situation when it comes to these feds and stuff, yeah? They make a lot of mistakes, and when they do make mistakes, it's like they want to try and cover it up and all of that nonsense. So, because imagine now, yeah, obviously they've arrested him, he's come back, you're back in your yard thinking none of the wiser, they release him, my man comes back and does you in, that's on the feds. Do you know what I'm saying? Then there's whole compensation and blah, 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 and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it sounds like obviously you're level-headed and you sound like a genuine person as well. So unfortunately, it's a case of there are people that fall through the cracks, obviously exception to the rule and all that nonsense, but like they're pagans regardless, you know what I mean? It's just a mad thing. Like, so it is what it is, but I feel you on that point. And also I do apologize in terms of what you went through.
It's all right.
So I just want to say though, London, I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's awful. But I just want to say though as well, that just proves the point of what will.i.am was saying, because the way he was going on, it was like, oh, only men will get rejected, women will always get the information, and that just proves the point right there. It's not just men that get rejected, it's women that get rejected for this information too. That just proves that point right there.
It's an exception to the rule. So this when it comes to these type of situations, I'm not saying that women don't get rejected. Of course they will, yeah. But when you look at the level of rejection from women versus obviously men, which I'm going to go and do some heavy research now to bring this up, because at the end of the day, I see it all the time. There was an instance I'm not going to name no names. There was an instance on this very app where a girl went on to found her ops name on this app, went to Clare's Law, typed in, requested blah blah blah, sent a bag of nonsense. They weren't even dating or nothing. It was just an op. She found out his name. She went and done a Clare's Law on him to get information to then come back on this very app to expose my man. Yeah. When my man found out her name and went to go do it on her, my man got rejected, saying that because of this, the reasons of him saying that he wants to date and he gave the exact same reasons, he got denied, but she got accepted. And I see a lot of guys obviously going through the same thing, so on and so forth. So, like I said, because men are deemed as the danger, it's only common sense and logical for men to be denied further more often than women, because at the end of the day, they're seen as threat. You can use that information, you can use it to blackmail, blah, blah, blah.
When I was inside, right, there was a girl, right? She pretended to be a man, right? She used a day, I can't say it because I don't want to, right? And she said she had to have the lights off while she had sex with him, right? She pretended to be a male, and she actually wasn't a male, but she was having intercourse with girls using that, and she's in jail. So girls can be just as bad.
I know exactly what girls are capable of. Trust me, I see it every day on this blood clot app and it shocks me every time. But in terms of, we just have to be honest about the situation. Not to say that obviously these laws on paper aren't there to benefit men and women and just people in general. But in reality, it is not always the case. And we have to know and understand that. Because if we know and understand that, when things that are supposed to benefit everyone don't benefit everyone, that's when you can be like, all right, cool. Either navigate around it or just don't use it. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones. But realistically speaking, if you have to if you're dating someone or you're seeing someone and you feel like you got to get a Claire's Law on this person, I wouldn't even suggest you dating them in the blood clot first place, because that means that is a case of there's something wrong there. You know, there was there. Not to say that people can't pretend and all of that stuff, but if we go back to the time of old, where we're meeting each other's families before even engaging in coitus or anything like that, and moving with intention, you ain't gonna need a Clare's law. We need to stop using these entities in the first place because they're part of the blood clot problem. They create issues in order to stay relevant. If there was peace on earth right now, yeah, do you think we need police anymore? No. Do you think we need a government anymore? No. Why? Because their jobs would be obsolete. So in order for them to make sure that they still have a job, guess what they do? They let certain things slide. They cause certain issues, so on and so forth. Where do you think the term war on drugs came from? War on rugs came from? Oh, the war on rugs. I'll leave it out. These men, them know who everywhere, where every supplier is. They're supplying it themselves. I don't know one black man or one a YT person. Or actually, no, I do know a few YT people, but I don't know no black man and ends, yeah, that owns a yacht. That's bringing in the rugs in from Mexico or wherever they're made from. You know what I'm saying? None of them. So who's the people that bring it in? The very people that are talking about, oh, we're the Roaring Rugs, and they've caused the issue in order to stay relevant. And that's what we need to know and understand. So the less we use these people and the less we be more productive and more responsible,
he's the most respectable person I've ever met in my life.
No, I'm not to say that Brazilian or people that come from Brazil are bad people, and I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, obviously, we have to know and understand.
But I mean, do you know what I mean? They're so respectful, but then people try and use them. Because of the culture.
At the end of the, if they need to survive and they can make it or cook it or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? But we just need to know and understand that what is on paper isn't necessarily what's going to happen in reality. Do you know what I mean? Because these things are all done by design and so on and so forth. So when you know and understand that, you can better put yourself in positions where you'll be able to either navigate through it or just avoid it completely. Yeah. If you're having to use Clare's law, it's a long day. Avoid it completely. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But anyway, I'll let you guys continue talking.
I'm going to jump down anyway, guys. I'm going to go to bed. But thanks for having me.
Big up yourself. People are going to round it up as well. So obviously I'll allow people to obviously have their last say. And then obviously I will drop. Big yourself up. Big up everyone for coming up. I'll allow people to have their last say and then I'm going to drop people. So Miss Blondie, I'll go with you. Let's have our last say.
Having me up as well, man.
No, you're welcome. Big up yourself.
All I've got to say is that I love this platform for obviously raising all these issues with the creators on this app that are causing madness. And everybody just make sure you look out for this girl here and realise that she's just a very manipulating girl who's been doing this for a very, very long time. So don't fall for her. I was going to say shite, but just don't follow. Just don't fall for nothing that she's going to throw at you through the screen. And good night to everybody. I'll probably see you all tomorrow.
Night.
Big up yourself, sweet. Big up.
Thank you very much for coming up, Miss Blondie.
Right, Blondie.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Is it Gemma? Go ahead.
Yeah, the first time I've come in your live and I've enjoyed it. And respect to everyone. And male or female, don't let anyone hurt you because you're all worth more than that.
Pick up yourself. Thank you very much. Obviously, it's appreciated and you're welcome at any time. Have a good evening.
And you, thank you. Bye.
It's appreciated. Thank you. Yes, go ahead. Stay woke.
My opinions on this situation is quite shocking, to be honest, because I don't understand why this girl called Sarah would come on this app and do something so diabolical. It's just mind-blowing.
No, I hear that still. Obviously, big yourself up, my brother, and that's what I'm trying to say. But big yourself up for coming up. And obviously, you have a good evening, yeah.
Yeah, you too, my bro. Love.
You're done now, bro. You're done now. Is it the last one touch? Touch London? That's to say, yes. Touch London.
Hi, thank you for having me up. I've come up a few times. I enjoy it. I don't come up as often as I want to because I just get a little bit scared because it's a little bit passionate up here sometimes. But I'll check in all the time, man. I really enjoyed these lives. Thank you for rounding up my evening. It's time for bed, guys.
Come on, man.
Good night.
Pick up yourself. Thank you for coming up, yeah? You have a good
night,
evening.
Guys. Bye.
All right, you're done now.
Bye.
I was going to say, people, you've heard it for yourself now. There's many people out there that's doing many things that we're not accepting. And as a community, as long as we can come together and start to speak about this thing as a whole, because look at it, look what we have in front of us. This is a young lady that's going out there bringing young man back to her house, and she's got other people copying her now. And this is sad to see that there's people like this in our community, people. So guys, please stay alert and look out for this woman here because, she's out there and there's many other women out there that's like this. You know what I mean? And like I said, what you might think might be a one night of, a little entertainment might be a little lifetime of trauma. So just be careful when you're doing things, people, and be very cautious. I'm going to keep it very short and sweet tonight, like I said, because it doesn't make sense me keep going on and drowning your ears. So all I'm saying is, like I said, my podcast is Daily Antics 1 on YouTube. People, give it a follow, a like, and subscribe. It will be appreciated. Yeah, like I said, if you're a beginner follower on my page, give it a like, follow, and subscribe, because like I said, TikTok's is very great. And obviously at times, like I said, you can also learn from things. And this page here, we go on about nothing but positivity. Sometimes you might hear a little negative, but it's always coming back and to land on the positivity. So, big up everyone that's doing things positive and big you all up for coming up. It's appreciated. And like I said, without you guys, just remember, conversation comes from something and leads to something that makes sense. Bring up the problem and make sure we have a landing of a solution. And all I'm saying, if somebody does know this woman in the real life, in the real world, please have a conversation with her, because like I said, it can easily go left, and it could be her that it's going left on, where we're sitting there watching her on live being violated by a guy that doesn't even know his own actions. And there's many guys out there like this. So people, with respect, my name is Daily Antics. With respect, and I do this on a day-to-day basis all the time. As long as someone needs to be spoken about, if you've got someone you need to speak about, send them to me. If you don't feel comfortable speaking about them yourself, if you want to come on a platform and speak about them yourself, feel more than free to message me and let me know. Here you go. If you want to go on my podcast, it's there to speak about it. No problem. Let me know. But all I'm saying, people, is with respect, we need to start getting on more as a community and start understanding each other, a bit more. Conversation, communication is key, is what makes sense, right? So people, like I said, I pray and hope that I've left people's minds on a positive note. And like I said, if I've triggered anybody or anyone was alarmed or anybody felt that I was rude, my apologies, because I'm definitely not like that. And I don't want to come across like that. I'm just very passionate, and just like everybody else that comes up on the panel, with respect. So, with respect, everybody enjoy their evening. I'm glad to definitely want to see you lot back when I go live again about things like this and topics like this. I definitely enjoyed my moment. So definitely me giving my time to you guys was definitely worth it. So like I said, people, enjoy your evening. Embrace it well. Have a good evening. Have a good sleep. And I'll definitely see you in the rising of tomorrow. You don't know what time it is. Big up Will I Am. You done know. Bosh.